All things sports.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
With plenty of nonsense in between.
Oh, look! Here comes our fearless producer!
Gwynn Chris starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
Welcome in on this Tuesday afternoon from Petco Park. Padres return home for a 6-game set. 2 against the Rockies, 4 against the Gigantes. And a big week, at least it feels like a big week here coming up for the Padres. Trade deadline looming. And, gentlemen, I must say, we are less than a week away. And you know how you know nothing is settled is by the little amount of rumors that are not circulating this time of year on even players that could go, right? I mean, Scooble's name is out there. There ain't really many more out there that are, like, hitting the airwaves. So that just kind of tells you that the jumble in both the American League and National League is so crazy that, you know, teams don't quite know. And, you know, I think it's going to lead right up to the deadline for moves to be made.
Sorry, Tony, were you talking to me? I was busy texting with Kyle Shanahan here.
Is that where we're going? Is that where we're going?
Well, we might as well. We know that's where you want to eventually go, and we will.
Yeah,
we will
exactly.
give you your chance.
There is no chance. Defensive all morning.
Oh
today.
my
Did
God!
you guys see the latest news?
It has been endless defensiveness, as if the entire planet is attacking Matt Scraby.
See, this is where Chris gets it wrong.
It does feel like that.
Why does he agree with me then? Why is it just Chris gets it wrong when Tony says he sees the same thing?
I think both of you just are way too close to me. And anybody who's way too close to me probably feels this way because I do force my opinion down everybody's, throat.
Yes,
but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan's okay. But if you just tuned in, yes, he was texting apparently, and that's why he got in an accident, and he's lucky that didn't take his life. Unfortunately, he's going to be okay. So that's the bottom line, but there's a lot to discuss about that. All right, back to more important matters. Tony. Yes, Padres must win tonight and every night from here on out.
That would make
which is how it
make
feels.
It easier.
That's right. That would make it easy. You know what? They're going to make the playoffs if they do that.
Yeah, no,
right?
If they go 6-0, they're making the playoffs.
They go 67-0. I feel like they'll make it. So
listen,
it's all in their hands.
If they go 67-0 for sure, it's definitely happening.
It's all in their hands. So
big week for a lot of teams, not just the Padres. I think all those teams that are jumbled in the same spot will all be having big weeks. Padres a game and a half. Back from the last spot, and it's getting interesting. It's getting very interesting. Padres. I don't really want to say it, but feels like they could.
He can't say it.
They are like possibly turning a corner.
Yeah, I refuse to agree with you, but I know that it's nice to think that.
The trepidation was representative of a lot of people, though.
But it's quite.
Because, I think it's reasonable, right? I think we've seen them look like, oh, here it comes, and then we've been disappointed. So,
the Marlins beat the Phillies last night, right? So,
they did.
That's what goes back to our old saying that every win is a game that counts. And so I don't want to hear anything about, the Rockies are in town, so this won't matter. Absolutely, it will matter.
Don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on these Rockies, do you?
That's right. And you know what? And it's going to really matter. You lose the game, you're going to go, oh yeah, well I guess that matters. Yeah. So it's going to matter to win.
Exactly.
Yeah, you might as well make sure you get it done. But yeah, no guarantees. There's been no guarantees for this Padre team all year. They're 500 for a reason. They've been good sometimes. They've been not very good sometimes. They've been unlucky sometimes. They've been lucky other times, right? They've hit. They've not hit. They've pitched. They haven't pitched. I mean, they've done a little of everything, and it all adds up. As I think the famous was it Minnesota Vikings coach, but I think he'd already moved on then to the Arizona Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
Yes,
yeah.
Mr. Dennis Green says your record says what you are, whatever.
We are who we thought they were.
Yeah, your record
We let
says
them
it.
off the hook.
Yeah, that was a famous game for sure. But yeah, your record says it, and I think they've played to this record. I think they're a little lucky in some regards to be 53-53 when you're considering how bad their hitting was for a long time and the injuries. They're also unlucky because they could be a little bit better, if they had, not let a couple of leads slip away or whatever you want to look at it. So, right, 106 games down. That means 66. I said 67-0. They're going to have to go 66-0. They would only need to go 67-0 as if there's a one-game playoff, and so hopefully that won't happen. But yeah, I mean, I don't love where they are, Tony, but I sure like where they are a lot better than I did Friday morning. And, they're a game and a half out right now. They're as close to the playoffs right now as they've been since July 1st. That's a good thing.
This is part of the luck, right?
Yeah.
Padres go 5-5
right
on this road trip, and they gain ground.
On almost
a lot
everybody. Yeah, everybody fell back.
There was so much jumble when we left, and as we were losing games, as we were 2-4. And even as they were 2-4, I think I said to Jess, they might have been 1-5. No, they're 2-4. I looked at Jess, I was like, and he said, we've actually gained 2 games in that process of going 2-4. And so luck was on their side on this road trip. And listen, they created some of that on their own. You had to go in basically after going 2-4, having to sweep a Marlins team. Now, listen, they had lost however many they had lost straight. What was it 9 going in, 10 going into that series? And Padres swept them. And then, as you just mentioned, they turned around and then beat the Phillies the following day. And so,
with a dramatic comeback that nobody saw coming because they had lost 12 in a row.
Absolutely. And so, it's week to week. That was a 500 week for the Padres. Now they got to go, whatever they got to go to try to close the gap or stay right where they are, one of the two. And then the deadline happens. So it's gonna be super interesting, I think.
Yeah, you're right though. I mean, I'm looking at St. Louis 3-8 since the All-Star break. Miami obviously is 1-9 since the All-Star break. Arizona is 6-5. So they're one of the teams picked up a half. The Pirates are 5-5, so they've picked up no ground in the race at all. And then I think the only other team, there's really 6 teams, the way I look at it, fighting for one spot right now, unless the Phillies and Cubs come back to the pack. Because right now those two look like they're kind of cemented into the first 2, although that can change. We've seen it change. The Cubs have already lost 10 in a row once this year, so it's not impossible for them to come back to the pack. But as I look at it right now, I see, I really see the 6 teams. You see, Washington and Miami in the East. You see St. Louis and Pittsburgh in the Central, and you see the Padres and Arizona in the West. And those 6 teams, there's one spot up for grabs. Padres are a game and a half out of it. And fortunately, Cardinals, Miami have certainly come back to the pack, and nobody else has pulled away. So
I see the Cubs as probably unreachable, right? They're 14 games over 500. Philly's only 7. And then Pittsburgh's only 3 behind that, right? So, as well as the Diamondbacks. So I think those 2 spots are going to you could see some change. I think when it's all said and done, these teams will start to separate themselves from 500, right? You're not going to be as close, I think, as we get to the back stretch.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people think they know what's going to happen, and they're looking at the rosters and they're saying, well, look, Washington has, and it's true, they have very little pitching. Now, they did add a left-hander from the Red Sox early. He's hurt, but he's supposed to be back here shortly. Look, Miami, I think they just went through their horrible stretch. Now, if they can survive and get it going again, to me, they have a pretty good team. They just had a bad run, just like a lot of other teams have had. Pittsburgh, I don't believe in them, I think, because they've never been here. Seems like they won't be able to hold up, but but as far as their roster is concerned and the pitching, it's certainly good enough.
They got pitching.
Yeah, for sure. The Cardinals, remember, they were supposed to be the worst team in baseball this year. That hasn't come to fruition. And the Diamondbacks, but here, what I'm in a roundabout way, is that all 6 of these teams, Padres included, going to look a little different by the middle of next week than they do right now.
Sure.
So it is kind of hard to predict it because you don't know exactly who's going to do what.
Here's the thing. Here's a scenario that I don't know that anybody's thinking about, right? Let's say we get to the end of the week and all of these teams are still in it, right? Somebody is going to miss out on a deal. It's not that they're not going to try to get it, but someone's deal is going to be better than someone else's deal, and they're going to be left in the rain. They're not going to be able to upgrade. And then because it's going to come down to the wire, I think, you're not going to be able to pivot as easily to another deal, right? There's going to be these GMs this year, it seems like, will all have to participate in the A.J. Preller mindset of having, like, multiple logs in the fire. Like, in case this happens, I got to shift to this. Usually that's A.J.'s gig every year. I think these other GMs and heads of baseball operations are going to have to play the same game if indeed everybody is still this close at the end of the week. And there's not enough sellers for everybody to get what they want.
That's so accurate, Tony. There's no question. Toronto, I still think feels like they're in there at 5.5 off the lead, especially with the money they can spend. Yep. So I'm looking at the American League. You said it yesterday. Kansas City, the A's, Angels. 3 teams. Done. National League, Reds lost again today in the first of a doubleheader. They're 5 back. Probably not going to get there. Giants, Mets, Rockies. That's 7 teams that are going to be getting phone calls from 15 other teams. Right. So you're right. There's just no way, right, that the Pirates are going to add and the Diamondbacks are going to – they're all going to try to add. And then you're going to make a mistake if you add because you have to add – even if it's not a good move.
All of the teams, maybe with the exception of the Pirates, will all be looking for starting pitching.
That's right. And then you have to include sorry, Tony, but you have to include the teams that aren't in the wild card race, right? Because all the other teams want to win the World Series, so they want starters too.
Everybody wants starters. And exactly, that includes the teams that are already like running away with their divisions.
Yeah.
And so like there's certainly, even if there are, let's say we add a few more teams to the list, there still ain't enough starters to go around to everybody that's looking for them.
Yeah. This is why, I read AJ. If you guys want to read a good one, you probably already did, Tony. I'm sure Scraby did because you guys read this stuff. But AJ Casavel's thing on MLB.com, I think it was last night, and he gave it like 7 things that he's thinking about going into the trade deadline. I think every Padre fan should take a run through that, and see, kind of what he's talking about. I'm not going to repeat his whole story, so I'll give you a chance to go look at it. But one of the highlights of it was, should the Padres, if it is starting pitching, should they try to get one really cream of the crop, or would they be better with 2 number 4 type guys? And, I think that's something
that's a great question.
Right? You have to kind of think that way, because if the Padres were to get Pivetta and or Musgrove, that would then kind of be their cream of the crop guy. And then they could live perhaps with a couple more number 4s. And if they keep, kind of, I'm going to use that crazy word again, quilting together the starting rotation, a couple 4 guys would be perfect for them. Maybe you don't have to sacrifice, an Ethan Salas type to get a Tarek Skubal type. So anyway, there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat is the bottom line there.
Why do you guys skin a cat?
Yeah, it's the saying, and I don't want any cat lovers writing in because I love cats too. So
by the way,
don't get me there.
Not a fan of cats. Sorry.
Oh, you don't mind skinning cats then?
No.
Tony's up in his backyard skinning
I
cats.
mean, cats literally will kill me. Like I'm deathly allergic.
Oh,
to
I didn't
cats.
know that.
Oh, well,
I
that's reason
So
to be
a skinless
not like them.
skinless cat or a hairless cat, I can.
Yeah, actually, that'd be good for you, Tony. You might.
When you guys left the studio last night, the saga of the squirrel in Detroit was going down, and they,
Oh my God.
they ended up getting it. But then you guys told me to watch the video of the guy who got bit by a cat trying to take the
By the
cat off the
black
field.
cat.
MLB Network actually played the video,
Of course they did.
and that dude, that looked like it really hurt.
I don't know if we ever saw
bit
the.
him.
I don't know if we ever got the final word on that Seattle Mariners groundskeeper way back when who got bit by that cat.
He might
Like
be a
what
cat
hospital
now.
he went to and how
he
many
was
stitches
fine.
he got.
He was at least born in the '60s at that point. You know how raw everybody lived at that point. Like getting bit by a cat was nothing at that point. Now, if you get bit by a cat,
Oh, that's
you gotta
true.
worry about all
Yeah.
about all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that was funny last night. The squirrel finally got detained in Baltimore.
Who was
but,
it was Detroit, but
or
who was
Detroit,
who
yeah.
was the right fielder who tried to pick him up with his glove but didn't just launch the squirrel in the air?
He got scared.
He did.
got scared.
It climbed onto his glove and then it came towards him. He's like, ah! And he just threw the squirrel like 8 feet in the air.
Little reminder to right fielders:
Hey,
a
I'm not even-
groundskeeper's job is not for everyone.
I'm gonna go lie. Like if that had been me, first I wouldn't have even put my glove.
No,
down
you wouldn't
there.
have been there. Yeah.
But had it got onto my glove and it made a move toward me, I would have done the same thing. Yeah. For
Squirrels
sure.
are kind of gross too. They're cute, but they're
You just-
gross.
they look cute, but you actually don't know. Nobody has a
Remember
pet
that
squirrel
squirrels-
that you know of. You know what I'm
Squirrels
saying?
are
Like,
in the vermin world. And
Yes, they are.
That's
They look-
a little dangerous.
yeah,
it's
they
always
look
dangerous.
they look cute, but
Yeah,
you don't
cuddly.
actually know.
Cuddly vermins. So remember
Now-
the vermin part.
Now, Tony, where do you stand on Jimothy? Because I think Jimothy is very cute.
Oh, Jimothy is a legend.
He's a legend.
I don't know. He's a legend. I don't know what it is about Jimothy.
I don't know
but
either.
That deformity that he has
Yeah.
with his spine that
Yeah.
has him looking like my man from what was the movie I cited yesterday? Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, he looks like Smeagol a little bit.
He looks like me a little
Chris
bit.
is
That's
giving
what
us
I
the
see.
look, but
Yeah, I don't know that.
Jimothy is
Reference,
a deformed raccoon
It's a
that has
raccoon,
been
yeah.
running around Seattle, I believe.
Running around
Yes.
Seattle?
And people are
Yes.
like, they've named it Jimothy. It's just like a mascot now of the city. It's great.
So he's
He
not
don't
like
even-
just at the
he-
stadium. He's anywhere in town?
yeah.
He's in it. Yeah,
Oh.
he don't even know that he's a mascot either. By the way, he's just living his life,
Best
and people
life.
are like taking videos of him and posting it on Instagram, and so we've all gotten to know Jimothy a little
They
bit.
love
Just
Jimothy,
Google
all right.
Google Jimothy, Chris. You will find about 10 billion pages about it.
I will get to it. I promise. I promise.
All right, let's get to break.
Hang
We
on,
do
wait.
need
Shanahan
to-
just texted me back. Go ahead, Tony.
Well,
We'll break.
Let Kyle know that we're about to get into his story here on the other side because, man, there has been a lot of opinions
noise.
out there,
Yeah.
and I think that was part of the reason why Kyle got out there and seemed to try to make sure the story was told right.
But
We'll get to
everybody
that.
out there that's listening to our show, sorry, Tony, but you've got to listen to this because Mr. Defensive is coming up, and I can't wait for you to hear it.
Yes, that is a.k.a. Matthew Scravy on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris.
For the most
6.5 is what I said. I think I can do it. Gotta swing though.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it.
Oh man,
Tries to get back.
all right. That was a good hit, but jeez. All right, attempt number 2.
He's already homered in this game.
Oh man, that was the pitch. Just got. I walked it off though. That's nice. Doesn't count. Attempt number 3.
Here the winning run at the plate.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to puck out an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Pitch
Oh.
gets away.
I'm surprised that would have been a walk-off. Thankfully, whoever's at third
Get runner at third hold, so both runners are now in scoring position.
did not come home.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it for him.
Definitely ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Ah, swung at something inside.
In position, brings it in. Runner tags from third. It's low and gets away.
I mean, I'm happy with the win, but it doesn't help me here. So we go to attempt 4. Ugh.
Fouls away the first offering. Winning run at third.
I think he could
one
probably.
down. Here in the
I just need to get the
last
bat
half
up.
of inning number 9. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
So now it's all
Seems like a Gavin Sheets special right there.
Try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
That was stupid. That was just a terrible, terrible swing. Attempt 5.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches
Yeah,
up in the zone.
thanks for that.
They'll be pitching
Thanks for that.
double play in this spot.
The next pitch misses.
See, a walk doesn't help me either in this situation.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably it's
Fouls away the first
That was
offering.
kind of juicy.
last thing he wants
Swung
is to
too
hit the ball
early,
on
as
the
you can
ground,
see.
so I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Now,
Pitch out from Manny Machado.
squeeze, but
What do you
nothing
think's gonna
going on.
happen?
This guy's got good power with one swing.
Uh.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
That was a good one to swing at.
Oh, and this one gets away.
He went. Thank you, because that would have been it for the attempts.
Up to second. Runner at third. Hold, so both
It's my
runners are now
final
scoring.
attempt for the unders. 2-2. Oh man, I could have done it a little.
Brings it in.
I'm gonna win the game, but I'm not gonna win the bet.
And he dives in with the winning run.
Let's go.
And they
Attempt number 7.
and win it 3-2.
I think I'm getting closer though.
Bottom of the ninth, one out.
I think I'm getting closer.
Next up for the Padres. He's already homered here in this one.
Ooh, that was what? That was it right there. Just missed it. Because I
This guy's got
stink.
good power with one swing.
Oh.
He can win it for him.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the
I don't
ball,
think I did.
block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
That was just a failed at bat from the beginning.
To Tovar. In comes the winning run.
Attempt number 8 on the way.
Walk it off.
Nope, that's the ball. Pitch down.
I'm locking in.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it for him. This
That was another one that I could have taken deep.
And a 1-1.
He's making mistakes, and I'm not taking advantage of them, and that's not going to get out either.
Doyle gets under it. Brings it in.
Attempt number 9 coming up.
Third.
I'm getting kind of annoyed at this point.
Gavin Sheets now at the plate. 1 for 3.
Ooh,
Pitch gets away.
still, he's not coming home, which I don't know why he wouldn't, but
Up to second. Runner at third. Hold, so both runners are now
we're
in
on
scoring
attempt
position.
9.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win
All right,
it for him.
all right.
Definitely a strikeout situation
Locking in.
right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Did I do it? No. Oh, 98 miles an hour. Did I do it off the bat? Did I? Yeah! Finally! Attempt number 9, baby. 6.5 is what I said. I think I can do it. Gotta swing though.
Situation with runners out right there.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it.
Ooh,
for him.
man.
Tries to get back.
All right.
Safe.
Well, he made a
That
great play to
was
untie this ball
a good
game
hit,
with that
but
swing.
jeez.
Hit an absolute
All right,
bolt.
attempt number
Just
2.
wasn't meant to be.
He's already homered in this game. On the
Oh
ground
man,
first,
that was the
52.
pitch.
Oh,
Just
can't
got.
pick it up cleanly. In comes the winning run, and the
I walked it off though. That's nice. Doesn't count.
3-2.
Attempt number 3.
Here the winning run at the plate.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to.
All right, 224, Chris. Tony at Petco. Scraby. Over here in the, he's in the witness chair.
Why is Tony
Slim
staring
a
at
little
me?
Slim Shady. I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah, I've just given in. If it's in the system, I'm going to use it.
He's using a lot of different things these days. Okay, now raise your right arm. Repeat after me. Do you swear to tell the truth solemnly?
I swear
Yeah, okay.
to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
All right, very good. We are going to just leave. I think, Tony, we should sit back and give Scraby the first crack at this, don't you?
I think we should.
Yeah, let's just sit back, and then we'll fill in where need be when he's done. I think that would be the best way to do this. But, this is he's taking it as a 49er Kyle Shanahan deal.
Why don't you let
Obviously,
me explain?
All right, we will. But I just want to give everybody the actual story, and then you can so they're up to date on the news. You know that Shanahan was reported yesterday had been in a very serious car accident. He had almost lost an eye, according to his friend Chris Sims. 40 stitches, broken wrist, a lot of other things. Story came out over the weekend. Everybody found out that it had actually happened a couple of weeks ago. I think the update today basically has been that Shanahan has come forward. He's talked to the reporters in San Francisco. He has acknowledged it was his fault, that his phone was in his lap, fell between the seats of his car. And he was trying to reach down for it, wasn't seeing it, looking, and he was in a spot where that was not what he should have been doing. And so the accident happened. And I don't know, everybody's hitting it from every angle, but we'll let our resident 49er comment here.
See, I don't really take this as a 49er hate story. I really have a problem with all of the people that just try to dig into someone's life to find out what they were doing wrong. Like, everybody accused Kyle Shanahan of being drunk, of doing all these things, having a woman in the car. And so that's why the 49ers didn't,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that in any sort of way.
I don't think anybody is.
So that's where I'm mostly defensive about it. And yes, I'm a 49ers fan, so I'm going to stick up for my guy. I do
but
think it's okay.
Let's just say real quick, when you say you're sticking up for your guy, in which way are you sticking up for your guy? That you feel he needs to be
that I'm going to defend him.
For.
Yeah, I'm going to defend him. That he actually wasn't drinking and driving.
Okay, right. I told the story as what actually happened.
Exactly. So he didn't drink and drive.
That's
he
right.
didn't have a woman in the car.
Right.
I like the fact that he did admit he was at fault, and he said that it was his fault.
Okay.
I also just I don't understand why so many people are so angry about the non-reporting of this. Because, like Chris Sims, he knew this information for weeks.
Yeah, at least 2 weeks. He
As
knew
a
about
member
it
of
an
the
hour
media,
after it happened.
yeah.
He's in the media, right?
As a member of the media, is it his responsibility to report that?
I don't know. We'll discuss, but that's another issue you have with this story. That you don't understand why it needed to be reported.
I understand why it needs to be reported. I didn't understand why it was such a big deal that
it wasn't reported.
That the 49ers asked for people to hold off. If this was during training camp and he just didn't show up one day, I completely understand it. There were no team activities. And once he missed his first team activity, that's when you really have to give the story. So...
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Listen,
all of that's fair. Go ahead, Tony.
100%. I was going to say, I don't think that the issue that is being brought up has anything really to do with a head coach. I think it's
agree with that. Yeah,
more about the efficacy of whether something in 2026 when things appear like you are hiding something, or that something could have been withheld.
Yep.
People, because there is just a lack of, especially, and I hate to say this, especially in the media, there's a lack of trust just all the way around.
No, that's definitely true.
People are going to assume the worst. And I think something that is generally recognized as practice in different places, because of this particular situation and the timing of it, seemed like it sparked a whole lot of opinions about what's ethical in terms of deciding not to run with the story versus run with it. A week seems a little bit longer than the normal practices of this, without any little bit of information. As Kirk Kenny mentioned to us the other day, at least the way he has worked it in the past, is what if you don't want it out, then what can be put out so that there is some information. Now, there was nothing until what was that, Sunday, 2 days ago when it popped
Saturday,
out?
maybe.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So I get it. The sad part is what Scraby's defending, right? Is that Kyle Shanahan, his name has been
dragging it through the mud for
a
sure.
whole bunch of whole things that actually had nothing to do with it. He copped to being an iPhone or a phone user while driving.
Probably an
and guess
iPhone
what?
user.
All of y'all, including myself, can cop to that at one point or another of having their phone in their hand when they're not supposed
Excuse
to.
me,
So,
he's typing me again.
Okay, stop. You're furthering his
I
trashing.
am not. I'm about to stick up for him. But we got to get to the break. But I want you and I to talk about this a little bit more later, Scraby. But I want to just say one quick thing, because I think Tony hit the main points, that the cover-up is the thing that got him and everybody in an issue here. And even though I know what you're saying, it was out of season, different time, blah, blah, blah. He's too high profile of a person in this world to suppress anything of that nature. And then it's going to get found out. And when it gets found out, everyone's going to wonder, why didn't we find out earlier? And then everyone's going to run away with themselves.
Listen, I'm the first person in that line, Chris.
Okay, I'm just saying he's better off. He's better off. The 49ers would have been better off.
Yeah, listen,
just
we
letting
don't know
everybody
who was
report it
behind
right away and done. This thing would have been over by now.
And we don't know who was behind the actual quote-unquote cover-up.
That's
right.
right.
We don't know
Yeah.
who ordered it. We don't know if Kyle was like, I don't want this out. Like, we don't know none of that.
Let me say that, too. Well, Tony's still here so we can have it on the record. If Kyle Shanahan tried to cover this up, if the 49ers tried to cover this up so that they didn't have any sort of repercussions for this, then I am not a fan of that. And Kyle Shanahan has not been charged with driving with his phone or whatever. Nope. He should be. He should face the consequences for doing this.
I don't know. Everybody's dropped their phone.
But
and I mean, I'm sticking up for him, but I want to say one last thing about Shanahan. If he would have come out 2 weeks ago with a bloody face and said, man, I am lucky to be alive, and this happened because I dropped my cell phone and I was looking for it in my car. Do not let this ever happen to you. Agreed. Pull over and then pick up your phone. I'm living proof. He could have done a whole lot of good here. Right?
He could have. He would have, and he would have done a whole lot of good.
Yeah.
And guess what? They still would have been like, "How could he have had his phone in his hand at that time and been reaching?"
Was he taking a picture of some girl who was in the car with him?
They would have 100%. It would have 100% gone that way.
Yeah.
It is no doubt in my mind.
I even saw some comments that now we know why Brandon Ayuk hates them because Kyle Shanahan's a menace.
Listen. The mere fact that, and I think it's a classy move by John Lynch. Of him not, they tried to bait him into giving some comments about all the things that, and he says, you know what, we wish nothing but the best for him and his family. I think everybody knows what we all think, that there's something going on from a mental standpoint. But yeah, I thought that was classy. I just wanted to point that out of John Lynch.
We'll talk about this more later, Chris.
All right, we were going to do a Big Five later with Tony, but Scraby says no. I must have a Fantabulous sports game show. So it's coming up next.
False news, fake news.
Oh, no.
Ben and Wood.
My question about Jackson Merrill, making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Ah, okay.
I think it's voted on by all of out of all of them, they all get votes. I think that's how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say. Because you don't know, we see Jackson every day. I haven't seen Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right, like so. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys.
Yeah,
are
he's
doing.
made a lot of gold glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that, and then see where the the Gold Glove takes you. You could go, if you go through the history of the Gold Glove, it's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the Gold Glove and then keeping the Gold Glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4, 5? Five. But it took a long time before he was in consideration for the first one, before people started to say, hey, wait a minute, this guy can play some right field now, and then he had the breakthrough. And then I think he just kept up playing good right field. I'm not saying he fell off, but it's like once you win one, you keep it. And so it's hard to get that first one, I've always felt. And, maybe Jackson can get that. So, but Tony's right. You haven't seen every other center fielder play every other, position. I wonder how much the analytics and all of that stuff enter into it, too.
Let me kind of fill some of the holes in this. It is no longer a popular award as it was in my dad's era. Maybe about 10 years ago, they started actually using metrics.
So they are using some of those metrics.
This is how you started seeing actual dudes who were good defenders and didn't necessarily have, the offensive prowess that some of the other older versions used to get. These guys who are getting it now, they are having to lead in some of these categories and kind of determine it that way. So it's not like it used to be. So if Jackson, I think it's actually easier now for a guy like Jackson to break through, whereas in the past,
you might be
if there was whoever, name your center fielder, Mike Trout, right? If he was in the National League, it would be very hard to unseat him if he's still out here playing and healthy on a consistent basis. So I think Jackson actually has a chance, I think.
My question about Jackson Merrill, making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Okay.
I think it's voted on by all of out of all of them, they all get votes. I think that's how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say because you don't know. We see Jackson every day. I haven't seen, Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right. So of course I'm gonna say, he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys are.
Yeah, he's made a lot of gold glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that and then see where the gold glove takes you. You could go, if you go through the history of the Gold Glove, it's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the Gold Glove and then keeping the Gold Glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4, 5? 5. But it took a long time before he was in consideration for the first one, before people started to say, hey, wait a minute, this guy can play some right field now, and then he had the breakthrough. And then I think he just kept up playing good right field. I'm not saying he fell off, but it's like once you win one, you keep it. And so it's hard to get that first one, I've always felt. And, maybe Jackson can get that. So, but Tony's right. You haven't seen every other center fielder play every other, position. I wonder how much the analytics and all of that stuff enter into it, too.
Let me kind of fill some of the holes in this. It is no longer a popular award as it was in my dad's era. Maybe about 10 years ago, they started actually using metrics.
So they are using some of those metrics.
Back at it again, 2:39 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scravy. This is probably the most fun we have together when we do our shows. Every single time we get to do a Fantabulous sports game show, all three of us just get so excited about it. And so, here we are. Is this the first one after the second half? Have we done one recently? Oh, no, we played one last week, didn't we?
No, we haven't played in a while.
No, because it was all
we didn't
East
have any
Coast games.
shows last week.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is the first one we played since the break. This is exciting times.
This is when you got to bear down because it's the second half.
It is the second half.
So,
I got some extra pressure on me too because Adam's son Ethan is sitting in here and viewing the game. So,
wow.
Yeah, and don't worry, Tony. We won't let Ethan help Scraby.
Yeah.
Ethan is a lot of pressure to have there in front of you.
Well,
man.
Ethan's like I'm sorry, Ethan. 10 or 9 or 10?
He's 10.
How many? He's 9.
He's 9.
He's 9.
His birthday is
He's
December.
9 years old, but he's already better at this Fantabulous game show than, well, certainly Scraby and a lot of other people. So
I can't argue.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can't.
Here we go. Let's go with the game.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
Ooh, I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, I'm always looking for little different ways to do the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. This one's similar to the regular, but just one twist on it. We'll get into it here. It'll be Tony versus Scraby. They'll go in rotating, taking turns, trying to get correct answers. There will be 29 correct answers today, guys. Ooh. There's a lot. 15 will win. I don't know that either of you will get the 15. You might. I'm going to give you an example of how this is going to work. You are going to name a Major League Baseball franchise, one of the current 30 franchises. You name whichever one you want. Okay, you get to choose which franchise, and then you name the single-season home run record holder for that franchise.
Wow.
Now, if you're wrong, that franchise stays alive, and somebody could pick it down the road.
So we just have to name the name?
But just the winner, whoever the all-time record, and I'll give you the example, which if you chose
just home runs?
Just home runs, single season. Not all time.
Oh, single
season record holder. Okay, so who's hit the most in one season for each of the 30 franchises? And here's my example. If you went the Padres.
No, don't do it.
Well, I'm going to use it for both, but it would be Greg Vaughn would be the answer.
That was my first guess.
Well, all right. So that's how that works. Now there's 29 left, Scraby. Understand, some of these have been set very recently. Don't kill yourself thinking, it all happened in 1910 or something. It really didn't. A lot of this stuff's happened very recent, or pretty recent. So that's what we're going to do. Scrape, I assume you want to go first as the runner-up. So pick a team and give me their single-season home run record holder.
I'm going to go Barry Bonds.
So name your team first so we know. Giants, Barry Bonds.
Sorry.
Okay, well, you did do it correctly. That is correct. Obviously, he's the all-time single-season holder, so he holds the Giant record with 73. For those wondering, the second most ever hit by a Giant, Willie Mays, 52. All right, by the way, the one thing I say this every time, but Barry Bonds, beside that season, never hit 50.
Yeah.
That is pretty strange. All right, Tony, you're up. Pick a team, and then the single-season home run champ.
Big Mac, St. Louis.
St. Louis Cardinals, McGuire with the 70 in 1998. That is correct. McGuire also has the second highest total with 65. All right, tied at 1. We guys kind of got what we're doing here.
Yep.
Those two franchises are obviously eliminated.
Yep.
Scraby, your turn.
Aaron Judge with the Yankees.
Aaron Judge with the Yankees. That just got set a couple years ago. 2022, Judge passed Roger Maris's famous 61. Aaron Judge is the record holder for the Yankees. Okay, 2-1. Tony, who do you like?
Baseball's been very good to me. I will go ahead and take the Chicago Cubs and Sammy Sosa.
There we go. I like how you did that. I like a little more drama if you say the team first, then the player. Because, again, if you say the team, you could get the player wrong, which would then leave the team open for later. But in this case, Sammy Sosa is correct with 66 in 1998. All right, 2-2. Scraby, give me a team, then the single-season champ.
Man, this is going to get tough for me.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to go with the
Coming out to these
Mariners.
deep waters.
He's going to go with the Mariners, and who's the single-season record holder?
Griffey?
Ken
Griffey Jr.
Griffey Jr. Do you want to change that answer? Because I love you like a brother.
Don't give him no help.
No,
This
no,
is
that's
an
my
X.
answer. That's my answer.
All right,
is
that
an
is not
X.
correct. So the Mariners are still available. Tony, your turn. Now, you can take them right now, or...
Yeah, go ahead and take him right now. Just take him off your hands
No, don't
right
do
now,
it.
Kyle
He's going to
Riley.
get so mad. The big dumper last year.
What am I doing?
That pressure is already
Real
starting
quick, Ethan,
to mount.
did you know that the Mariners was Cal Raleigh? Yes, you did. Okay.
No,
Dad.
he's shaking his head no.
He knew. The 9-year-old knew. All right.
Shaking his head no.
He said no.
What a liar.
Cal Raleigh broke the Mariner record last year. Yes, that would have been Ken Griffey Jr. till last year.
I didn't even.
Right.
You know, I thought I was like, who else
could
can
it
hit
be?
home runs? Yeah. A-Rod?
Yeah.
Never Cal Raleigh.
All right, 3-2. Tony leads. Got plenty of franchises left out there. Give me one that you can name the single-season home run all-time record holder, Scrabe. You can choose any team, obviously,
Wait, no,
that's
this
still
is
on
Tony.
the board. Oh, no, he got that one. He
No,
went
I
with
just- I
Seattle.
just
He
stole
took Cal
Cal
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
I'm behind.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's the
you
bell. You got the bell. Make it official.
Well, okay, all right.
Give me a team. And then
Dodgers, Ohtani.
Dodgers, Ohtani. That sounds correct. And it is correct.
Oh.
Very good, Scraby. 55 in
He was unsure. and he
last
said
year. Ohtani set the all-time Dodger record. He had 54 the year before that. So Ohtani
So he's
is
just
the
a
record.
safe bet regardless.
Yeah, very good. No, that's a good way to play. You played the game right. Tied at 3. Tony Gwynn Jr. has a turn here.
How about the Florida/Miami Marlins and Giancarlo Stanton?
Wow, he has it by quite a bit. Very good, Tony. 59 home runs Stanton once hit for the Marlins. That is the record. It was in 2017. Sheffield is second on the Marlin list at a 42 home run season. Tony 4, Scraby 3. There's still 22 teams to choose
that's
from.
5, right?
I got you with 4. I got you with the Cubs, Cardinals, Miami, and Seattle.
I thought you just said 4-2 before.
Now
Scraby
3-2.
went, but maybe.
Now it's yeah.
Okay.
No, 4-3. I got it down here, Tony. I would never
Tony,
cheat you out of one.
It doesn't matter.
Scraby, come on.
Okay.
Give me a team and an
Doesn't
all-time guy.
matter.
You can do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Who you got?
You got. Felt
You're
good
not
about
sure,
it.
huh?
Yeah, I
felt
just
good.
I just
Now
changed
you
my
don't
mind.
feel
I
as
just
good
changed my
anymore,
mind. Well, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do one off the board.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
sure.
name a
What
team.
you
There's a
got?
lot of teams out there.
Get one off the board there.
You
What
go
you
off the
got?
board.
Now,
What
the
does
Re-
off the board mean? You're going to go to like the Triple A? Or, I mean,
I have no idea.
all right, Red Sox. Okay, well, they're
Red
on the
Sox.
board.
many,
okay.
many choices here.
All right, who you going
Okay,
with?
which choice is yours, though?
It's going to be, I just got to say the answer that is sitting right in front of me. I'm going between Manny Ramirez and Big Papi. I'm going to have to go
Yep.
Big
Which-
Papi.
Big Poppy is
He's going
correct.
with Big
Scraby.
Papi.
Attaboy. Big Poppy hit 54.
He was scared.
2006, very good. Actually, Jimmy Fox is second on that list. I don't believe Manny ever got to 50, so very good, Scrape.
Ugh.
Tied it at 4.
That was scary.
Tony picks a team now. There's obviously plenty of other franchises left. Tony, who would you like to try and guess their single-season home run champ?
I believe, you just kind of gave me what, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw this not that long. Isn't Jimmy Fox the owner of the Oakland Athletics or the ATH?
So mean.
Wait, Jimmy Fox has the
He's second on the Red Sox, but he's first for the Athletics.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
with-
Because I was gonna actually name Mark
You
McGuire
would've gotten
for the
McGuire.
A's too.
Yeah, Jimmy Fox.
Dang it. I should have let you use
Yeah,
that.
Jimmy Fox, 58 for the A's is that record. McGuire, the most he ever hit for the A's was 52. Jimmy Fox is correct. Tony's very good. He leads 5-4. That's probably the oldest one on the board. There's no other old ones like that. Scraby, there's, one was set in 2010. You got.
All right, I got one.
There's plenty of new ones here.
Oh.
I got one.
All right, you got another one. You're doing good. Doing good.
I hope
You think
it's
you're
it.
doing good. All right.
But Braves,
Going with the Braves and
Hammer and Hank.
Hammer and Hank would be a great answer.
Except for it's wrong. Oh, Tony's giving me the X.
It is wrong. He's never hit 50 home runs in a season, believe it or not.
Doesn't really mean he has to hit.
That's true, but the Braves have had a 50 home run guy, but I'm not going to say who.
Adam just put it.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and take this one off your hands, too. We'll go with Matt Olson.
Matt Olson hit 54 in 2023. That is the record for the Braves. He broke the record of Andrew Jones. The Hall of Famer once hit 51 for the Braves.
Yes,
Hammer Hank Aaron never hit 50. That is one of the oddities of baseball for sure.
Mark that one off the list.
All right, 6-4. Scraby, you're down to your final strike.
You know
here.
what? If I'm going to go out...
You're going to go out in a blaze of glory?
I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory.
Give me the team
Let's
first.
do it.
Give me the team.
The Minnesota Twins.
Who's the all-time single season? I'm surprised at this selection, but let me see you get this one.
I am really.
You feeling pretty good about this?
No, I really want to say Joe Mauer, but I'm not going to do it.
As soon as you said Minnesota,
Is there any other team you could try here? You're going to try the Twins, huh?
Yeah.
If you get this, I'm going to come over and give you a hug.
For real, I think you deserve a hug if you get this.
You could get it, but I don't know.
Is it? I'm going to just go with Chris Rock. He mentioned this guy in a joke of his a long time ago. Kirby Puckett.
Kirby Puckett. Yeah, it's not Kirby Puckett. Sorry to say. That is your third strike. This match is over.
This is just...
That was too hard for him. You know what? I didn't know it until we got going that was going to just be way too hard.
Anything with baseball history, Tony is going to wipe the floor with me.
I know. I keep trying to find stuff.
But why did you pick the Twins? Like...
There was a couple here that you could have gone with. Maybe had a better half. What if I said the Mets? Who would you say?
See, I thought about the Mets. Juan Soto's only been there for 1 year.
Yeah, but there's a guy that's been there with forever here lately, and he's hit a ton of them.
Pete Alonso?
Pete Alonso.
Oh my God!
How about the Phillies before? Yeah, just before this group. That
no. Kyle Schwarber. I should have known that.
No,
one.
It's Ryan Howard.
No, you would have got that wrong too.
Second there. Prince Fielder is the Brewer record holder.
I almost said Prince.
Yeah,
but he was more of a Tiger.
He's a Brewer record holder.
He had a
there.
50 with the Brew Crew.
I know, but I didn't know if if Ryan Braun had like 52 because he had a bunch of home runs.
Yeah, A-Rod was a record holder.
If
A-Rod with Texas, though. Texas would have won for A-Rod.
What were you going to say, Tony?
If you can think of 50 homer hitters, you should just guess them. There ain't that many who hit 50 in this long-lasting list.
Well, that's another list I'd like to do, but I'm not going to do it because I don't think he has. He can't get them. I'll run
Jazz Chisholm Jr. wants to hit 50.
Chisholm, yeah, he's not on this list. I'll run through some of the answers when we come back for those who are wondering. But Tony does win 6-4. We should give the twin record holder. Do you know, Tony, so you can square us
Harmon
away?
Killebrew.
Harmon Killebrew. If you would have said Harmon Killebrew, I would have run over with a hug for
I would have fell out of my chair.
I know you guys talk about him all the time.
Yeah,
so I could not think of his name.
Yeah, the slugger, Harmon Killebrew.
We got enough time. Go for it, Chris.
All right, I'll run through them quick. George Foster is the Reds record holder, 52.
What's his number?
52. He did it ahead of Eugenio Suarez. Second, Prince, we told you. Ralph Kiner for the Pirates would have been very hard to get.
I would have said Stargell.
Yeah, right. Stargell would be right there. Pete Alonso, we already mentioned. Ryan Howard. The Nationals, I think, is tough. Tony, you want to take a crack at the Nationals record holder?
Is it Ryan Zimmerman?
It is not. It is Alfonso Soriano sneaking in with a 46. No, he had 46. Okay. The Diamondbacks is Luis Gonzalez. The Rockies, surprisingly, have never had a 50 guy, even though it's Coors Field. Record holder is Todd Helton, 49. Larry Walker, also 49. Hunter Goodman, 31, maybe has a chance this year. White Sox is a tough one because it's Albert Bell. He played in other places, but hit 49 for the White Sox.
I got one now.
Okay.
Albert is the leader, the single-season leader for the White Sox.
Yeah, for the White Sox. Jermaine Dye is second by that.
Jim
the White
Tomei for the Guardians.
You got that
Indians,
one, Scraby. Yeah. Tomei first, Albert Bell second there. Hank Greenberg, an old one for the Tigers. Sal Perez and Jorge Soler for the Royals. That's a tough one.
How about Chris Davis for the
Crash
Baltimore
Davis
Orioles?
for the Orioles, just ahead of Brady Anderson. Carlos Pena, Tampa Bay. Jose Bautista, Toronto. A couple more. Jeff Bagwell, Houston. I mentioned A-Rod, Texas. And for the Angels, anybody? Carlsbad's own
Mickey Moniak?
No.
Angel. He did play for the Angels, but not him.
Was it Troy Gloss?
Troy Gloss holds the Angels record. All right, there we go with the Fantabulous. We'll see you in a bit.
San Diego's home. It's where I was born, raised, and where sports mean everything. From the diamond to the gridiron, from high school gyms to Petco Park.
My question about Jackson Merrill. Making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Okay.
I think it's voted on by all of the. I think out of all of them, they all get votes. I think this is how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say because you don't know. We see Jackson every day. I haven't seen Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right, so of course
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys.
Yeah,
are
he's
doing.
made a lot of Gold Glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that, and then see where the Gold Glove takes you. You could go if you go through the history of the Gold Glove. It's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the Gold Glove and then keeping the Gold Glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4, 5? 5. But it took a long time before he was in consideration for the first one, before people started to say, hey, wait a minute, this guy can play some right field now, and then he had the breakthrough. And then I think he just kept up playing good right field. I'm not saying he fell off, but it's like once you win one, you keep it. And so it's hard to get that first one, I've always felt. And, maybe Jackson can get that. So, but Tony's right. You haven't seen every other center fielder play every other, position. I wonder how much the analytics and all of that stuff enter into it, too.
Let me kind of fill some of the holes in this. It is no longer a popular award as it was in my dad's era. Maybe about 10 years ago, they started actually using metrics.
So they are using some of those metrics.
This is how you started seeing actual dudes who were good defenders and didn't necessarily have, the offensive prowess that some of the other older versions used to get. These guys who are getting it now, they are having to lead in some of these categories and kind of determine it that way. So it's not like it used to be. So if Jackson, I think it's actually easier now for a guy like Jackson to break through, whereas in the past,
you might be
if there was whoever, name your center fielder, Mike Trout, right? If he was in the National League, it would be very hard to unseat him if he's still out here playing and healthy on a consistent basis. So I think Jackson actually has a chance. I think this.
Yeah.
My question about Jackson Merrill, making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Okay.
I think it's voted on by all of the. I think out of all of them, they all get votes. I think this is how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say because you don't know. We see Jackson every day. I haven't seen, Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right, so of course I'm gonna say he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys are
Yeah,
doing.
he's made a lot of Gold Glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that and then see where the Gold Glove takes you. You could go, if you go through the history of the Gold Glove, it's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the Gold Glove and then keeping the Gold Glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4? 5? Boo! Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. That's actually in the song.
I know we've done this before.
Yeah, we
and
did
I had
that
the
last
same
time.
look on my face.
Right, you
and
have the
then I
same look
remembered.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So that's why I said so. Welcome back, Gwynn and Chris, 3 o'clock. Yes,
real
Tony's at Petco.
I don't know if you guys know there is a lineup out. I know we haven't
Yeah,
talked
I was
about it yet.
actually going to throw to that here. So, without any further ado, who wants to do the lineup today?
I'll do it.
I'll do the lineup.
I'll do that.
All right, go ahead, Scrape.
All right, batting leadoff, playing right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. Playing second base, batting second, Jake Cronenworth. Manny Machado playing third, batting third. Are you just going to say their name? Manny! Batting cleanup, Ty
I was waiting to see how long that would last.
He's playing first base. Jackson Merrill in the 5 spot, center field. Luis Rengifo, left field, batting in the 6 spot. Gavin Sheets at the 7 spot, DHing. Bogey playing shortstop in the 8 spot, and then Campusano catching in the 9 spot.
Yeah, Campusano actually had a poor road trip, 173. Bogarts obviously has been in a long slump. Maybe Sheets is getting out of it a little bit near the end of the trip, but it's been a while since he's hit the long ball. Tony but although he hit it, it's weird when people say, well, he hasn't hit a home run in all this time, whatever. He hit like 2 balls out of the stadium over the weekend, but they were both foul. So you say he hasn't hit one, but you know what I mean? I
think he is getting closer.
Yeah, hopefully he's getting closer. Renjifo's been incredible. I don't know how AJ does this. He finds these guys, and even when they signed him, did they ever even think they'd bring him up? Not really. Or, maybe they did, but
I'm given where the flux of the team at the time.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
You still were without Crone, so yeah, I can see them thinking they're going to bring him up.
Yeah, great job by AJ on that one. I mean, and I know people are out there. You always say nice things about AJ. You guys love AJ. You get paid extra money. We don't get paid enough. For the nice things we say.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah, I'll put it that way. But no, I mean, I really believe we're as critical as anybody. We just try to look at things fairly, I mean, and here's the big one on AJ that I hear more than any other one. So I'm going to address it. The biggest one I hear on AJ is that AJ Preller is the dumbest guy in history because everybody knew that he was overpaying and he should have never signed Xander Bogaerts to that contract. Now, that is what you and I and everybody else sees. But as I've come to learn, and I think, Tony, you've come to the line and learn this too, the more that time has gone by, we have all understood and discovered that Peter Seidler knew that he didn't have a lot longer to live. And I really believe, and so do many people say, he went to A.J. Preller that offseason. He said, I don't care. Give me anybody, whoever, whatever it costs, so that we can, try to win while I have a chance to see it happen. And if you go back, that was the same offseason. They went after Aaron Judge, Trey Turner, and many others, right?
I think they were even discussing with Shohei.
I think they tried. Yeah, I think they tried.
Yeah,
so
they were one of the first pitches.
Yeah,
for sure.
So when they got Xander Bogaerts, it seemed a little like overkill. It seemed like they didn't really need to spend that kind of money to get that, But I understand now why it was done. So maybe the rest of you could understand, or at least try to, so that it doesn't drive you as crazy, because it's not going to change at this point.
By the way, there is no president of baseball operations or GM that has made every move to perfection that has worked their way. It's inevitable that you're going to bring someone in or sign someone that doesn't live up to the bill. Ultimately, that's inevitable. That's all 30 GMs in this game.
Yeah, I don't know. How much did AJ pay you to say that, Tony? Come on.
He didn't pay me enough, I tell you that.
There we go. He didn't pay me
You know,
that.
I can think of one.
I tell you.
No, but it's
Y'all
true,
wouldn't
though,
listen,
what he's saying.
if I was getting broke off like that,
Yeah.
you wouldn't hear from me on this show. I wouldn't even be on the radio anymore.
Well, if we were getting
Honestly.
paid, and if we were really getting paid like that, I would never waste time talking about Kyle Shanahan. I'd be sitting here talking about how great AJ Preller is every 5 minutes. That's all I would say.
Yeah. No, but that's the truth. Like nobody,
Yeah, so
you're not,
people
there's
stop.
not a such thing as a perfect baseball head of baseball operations, GM, whatever you want to call them. They're going to make mistakes, but listen, I'd rather have a GM that is out there making mistakes, trying to make something happen, than doing the same thing or sitting on their hands or going for the low hanging fruit options all the time, which I've experienced as a fan of this organization at times.
Mm-hmm. And let's say one last thing. We're going into maybe two last things. Here's one last thing, though. We're going into the trade deadline next week. Do you feel better that AJ's on our side? Or would you rather have the guy from the Pirates or the Nationals or, whoever is there going up against him? Honestly, I'll take AJ
Sure.
based on the experience factor and what he's done. And then secondly, I know everybody thinks the Padres are the only team in baseball that has a bunch of all-stars on other rosters, but they're actually not. Pretty much everybody lets a few players get away here and there. We just don't really pay that close attention to it because it's not our team.
Some players just don't fit with their first team anymore, and they're going in a different direction. Maybe they want to go cheaper in a certain position.
Yeah.
So there are external factors.
I don't even think it's none of that. The reality is it's very easy to look at these deals now in the framework of what's happening right now. But my son and I were watching D-Row break down C.J. Abrams the other day. It was yesterday, actually. It has side by side of them. And C.J. was, this year going deep. Actually, the clip they showed was a homer from against the Padres. It was against, ironically, the Rockies in Colorado. He hits a homer. And if you look at the swings, they're not the same individuals in these moments. And I just remind you, the Padres traded Abrams in 22, right?
Yeah, the
22. We got the half season of or the whatever couple months of Soto, and we went to NLCS. Even in 23, right? We would have C.J. Abrams wasn't C.J. Abrams. Even in 24. He wasn't this version that we see now that everybody – because I didn't hear nobody saying that in 24, right? I didn't hear nobody going like, man, we should have never let C.J. Abrams go. It wasn't until last year that they said that about Wood. So that's 3 years have gone by that we would have had those players and needing them to be the players that they are in 25 and 26 back in 22, 23, and 24 when they weren't those players yet.
I also remember people sending me and tweeting about the picture of C.J. Abrams in the casino at like 5 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing he's not the Padres problem anymore.
Y'all was talking bad about my guy C.J. when he got caught in the casino at 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning, whatever time it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's easy when they're doing good to be like, oh man, what was AJ doing? But y'all wasn't saying that. Y'all wasn't saying that in 24 and 23 and 22.
AJ's not as dumb as the Mets, who traded Pete Crow Armstrong to the Cubs. Oh, wait. Aren't the Cubs dumb? They were the ones that originally had Kyle Schwarber. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, you can go down every team and find this somewhere if you really want to look at it.
How dumb are the Cubs for letting Kyle Schwarber go?
What were they thinking?
What stupidness.
How many home runs would he be hitting at Wrigley Field? I mean, do you think every Cub fan sits there? Maybe they do, but it's the part of the nature of the game. It really, truly is.
It is.
Tell AJ's secretary, make checks payable to Christopher Ello.
Are you texting that right now?
Christopher, actually tell him to make checks payable to Christopher Gord Ello.
Please, we need Gord.
Scrabe, you'll like that.
The bank won't, as a former bank teller, the bank won't accept your check
Scrabe will like
until
that
it says Gord on the back.
Gord. Thank you very much. We have a couple of
as a marked teller at the bank.
Hey.
Yes, he
Oh,
would.
that's right.
Ain't
Scraby
no Mark
knows.
Teller.
Scraby knows these things. By the way, speaking of dumb trades, I mean, let's be fair here, right? Because the Padres make all kinds of dumb things. So let's make sure we, spread it around. How dumb are the Red Sox? They just traded a young starting left-handed pitcher to the Nationals, who's going to be ready here shortly, and they got a guy named Curtis Mead from the Nationals who was hit by a pitch, broke his finger yesterday in his first game, and he's now on the injured list.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a terrible move.
I think a lot more.
But that's revisionist history, right? Because nobody knew he's going to get hurt in the first game.
I think more people are upset that they got rid of Connolly early than anything.
My point
But
is,
what I'm
saying, Curtis Mead could have been exactly what that team needed.
I know.
We don't know now because he's going to be hurt. So there's so many different things that go into it. Speaking of hurt, a little bit of bad news. I hope Casey Schmidt's okay. Although, with the Giants playing the Padres this weekend, maybe we should root against him being okay. Casey got hurt last night, left leg, kind of pulled up a little lame after a base hit. He did walk off under his own power. I haven't seen a Giant lineup tonight, so maybe, he'll be okay. But one other thing that's fun about tonight, you said the Padre lineup today. We got Aztec versus Aztec tonight, Tony.
Yes,
we got Carrick
we
on
do.
one side. We got Ty on the other side. So
I guess now, in today's age, the old guard of Aztecs versus
the new guard.
He is not in the lineup for them today.
Oh, Casey Schmidt?
Casey's not.
Yeah, I figured at least one day off for him.
I read that
the way he came around,
yeah.
the way he came off the field, it didn't look like
bit.
he was going. Yeah.
No,
sure.
I read that Vitello is getting ready for him to miss weeks.
I gotta tell you, I almost clipped I almost clipped a clip of Tony Vitello, and it was really good. I'll leave you with this. He was talking about what's missing in the big league game today. And he was and he brought up one of his former players he had at Tennessee, who was currently with the Giants. I think Gilbert, right? I think is the outfielder's name. Drew Gilbert. He got picked off, bad position the other day, and I assume that's how the question came up. And he was talking about the one thing he thinks is missing, and he said it starts in Little League, is that guys don't know how to actually win ball games or play to win. He says all of the conversation is always about the portal, and he says I have horror stories about it. He said, but it starts in Little League, right? You get one kid that's good enough, and maybe the bottom of your roster isn't as strong. You get rid of that kid, you bring another kid on. And so the cycle begins on, not necessarily learning how to win baseball games, but just being good enough to be on a team so that you can, be able to take after this journey. It was a really good, insightful kind of thing. He was sitting down with Greg Olson. He has a kind of a podcast where he talks about youth sports, and it was really insightful, man. It was fun to listen to him kind of talk in a way of confidence. Sometimes it seems like when he's dealing with the media, like he's kind of feeling it out still, but just kind of listening to him talk about and hear his passion was kind of eye-opening, I must say. Well,
winning games is an art, I think, that definitely is paid less attention to.
No doubt. I was sitting there with my son as it was happening. I was explaining to him, like, so often we are worried about the measurables, right? Like, how hard can you hit it? How hard can you throw it? How fast can you run? How strong you are? But that's not ultimately. When you get to the big league levels, the teams that are good have a bunch of guys that just
can all do that.
Can all do those things, but also have the baseball IQ on how to actually win a ball game, the things you have to do. And I thought it was insightful for sure.
Guy on the Padres who's the best at knowing how to win a ball game, Tony. If I just ask that general question, is it an easy answer for you? If I said
No.
Manny's the answer?
I mean, I don't know that it's an easy answer. I think there's a bunch of guys that know how to win ball games, but Manny's probably the easiest answer.
Did we ever give him the proper props, you and I, Tony, for letting the pop fly fall with the bases loaded that night?
Yes, you did.
I did. It's
love
funny
that
you
play.
brought that up. I was thinking about that as you were saying. I was like, that play was very insightful.
Yes, that's the kind of stuff I think Tony's referring to. All right, Tony goes down to teach the rest of the Padres how to win ball games in the clubhouse. He'll get his stuff. We'll have more Gwynn and Chris on our end, and Daily Gambit coming up next.
Back here at Petco Park, here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
They can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Line drive, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Batting ninth, the second
Edwin
baseman,
Arroyo
Edwin
now at the plate.
Arroyo.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Strikes him out with 102. So back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Blake Dunn. In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Way high with that one. 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through it for the K. The Reds now down to their final out.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
They're down to their final strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets to it with a slide. And what a play! Ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Back here at Petco Park, here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
They can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Line drive, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Batting ninth, the second
Edwin
baseman,
Arroyo
Edwin
now at the plate.
Arroyo.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Strikes him out with 102. So back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Blake Dunn. In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Way high with that one. 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through it for the K. The Reds now down to their final out.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
They're down to their final strike.
Turning it down, Scrabe. We turn it up.
Oh, I forgot you like this song.
Let it roll. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan. 3:21 the time. Coming up, Guns N' Roses tickets. Got those up for grabs a little bit later, so stick around for that opportunity. GNR's performing at Snapdragon Stadium September 2nd. Tickets are on sale if you want to go. Ticketmaster.com. All guests on our show appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It's better. Coming up in 10 minutes, Scraby and I with some National Football League potpourri.
Lots of news today. Teams are reporting to camp.
Do you know, Scraby, that next Thursday is the Hall of Fame game?
I actually did know that. That's
next
crazy.
Thursday.
That is crazy. I mean, it's going to be August, Chris, here.
I guess.
Very,
but
very, very soon.
I was not ready for the Hall of Fame game.
I'm never
Yet.
ready for it.
Well, next Thursday.
I'm going to have a big party.
Well, we'll
Hall
put
of
the
Fame game squares.
Yeah, we do this game. We do it every year. We get so excited. We put the game on in here because we want to see NFL football.
And then we don't care.
And then they kick off, and I'm like, Scrappy, give me the clicker here. And we click over to some sort of
you got some
BMX bike race or something.
You got some guy who's like the ninth string guy.
Yeah.
Just getting pummeled.
The only guy who's ever played in the Hall of Fame game is Josh Jacobs, the old
He's
Raider.
the only one who actually
They made
has
him
ever
play the
played.
whole game for some reason. All right, let's get to Daily Gambit stuff, Scrabe.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We haven't made some bets in quite some time, so it's all fresh and new.
The good news is we've saved a bunch of money.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. All right, let's start it. This is going to be a little Aztec-centric. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment.
All right.
We're going to start with the Padres game tonight. Padres are favored by 1.5 over the Rockies. Padres won all 4. The last time the teams played here, I remember last year they played here, and it was a 3-game sweep, and the Rockies didn't score.
Yep.
Michael King pitched a 2-hit shutout in that series. So all signs point to the Padres mopping the floor with these guys. You know, I'm worried though.
Oh, I'm definitely worried.
Yeah, I take the Padres. And here's why I'm really picking the Padres. I'm not trying to. Well, why not? He's not listening. Michael Lorenzen's really not very good. Like, that was just...
You were afraid of hurting his feelings?
Yeah, right, in case he's tuned in. But, yeah, he's really kind of an easy mark.
We've
They
said
should
these
score
before.
big
We've
off
said
him.
this before.
I know, but I'm going to go Padres tonight.
I'm going to go Padres as well
right.
because they should win, but I'm very nervous about this game.
All right. Early in the season, you bet under every game. But now what do? Padres, Rockies, 8 runs. Scrape.
8, just 8.
Yeah, even 8. So, yeah, over under on the 8.
Over.
Padres are starting to be an over team
Yes,
all
they
of a
are.
sudden. And the Rockies, although they used to get shut out here all the time, I think they can get a couple. So I'm going to take over as well. All right, here's the Aztec angle. Who's going to have more runs, hits, or RBIs? Cole Carrig from the Rocks or Ty France from the Padres. Aztec versus Aztec. Who has the better game tonight? Boy, Ty France is on a heater. Cole Carrig has been really good for the Rockies. He had a homer off Mizrowski the other day.
Oppo Taco.
Yeah, the only one to touch him, basically. All right, I'll challenge. I say the youngster coming to town takes it. I'll take Cole Carrig with the win here. Runs, hits, RBIs.
I cannot look away from the hot streak that Ty France is on, so I'm going to go with him.
Okay, one more Aztec-centric one with Detroit taking on Baltimore tonight. We check in on Tigers starter Troy Melton.
Oh, yeah.
Who pitched at San Diego State.
Yep.
And this guy, Melton, has become a pretty good pitcher. I know that, we don't talk a lot about the American League here. This guy's 5-1 with a 1.95. That's not Tarek Skubal, but it's better than Tarek Skubal, actually.
That's pretty good.
So how many strikeouts for him tonight? 6.5 Ks versus the Orioles. Scraby, you're up. 6.5 over under. By the way, he's got 55 strikeouts this year in 60 innings. So he's a little under 1 strikeout per inning.
I'm going to say under then.
Sounds like an under also, yeah, I got to say. I wanted to get him in on the Daily Gambit, but I have to bet against him tonight. Dodgers are home to the Mariners. Good Mariner-Dodger. Is there some sort of rivalry there?
No, apparently there's no rivalry.
They get no
there.
rivalry
No.
because it makes better sense that the Padres and the Mariners are rivals.
Yeah.
Because San Diego's closer to Seattle than L.A.
Totally.
No, it isn't.
Oh, yeah.
L.A.'s closer.
by about 100 and something miles.
But somehow we still have to be the Mariners' rivals. Dodgers are favored by 1.5 here. Let me give you the matchup. It'll be Wrobleski against Castillo. I'm going to go with Wrobleski. He's been money this year for the Dodgers. I don't like them, but he's been awfully good. I'll take him.
Shohei is really struggling at the plate.
Is he in a slump?
He's in a slump.
Okay.
We do have to talk about that clip that came out today about the podcast.
Well, I was waiting to talk about that. You said yesterday you wanted to hear the whole podcast.
Yeah, but there is a clip, a teaser clip.
Okay. But
that makes me want the whole podcast.
But is this the clip that makes Shohei, this exonerates Shohei more, or it makes him look worse?
I think it makes him look worse.
Makes Shohei look worse.
Yes, Tony sent it to us earlier.
Okay.
You may have been en route, but...
So now we're cutting it off the subject.
I know.
But we're on gambling. Is this trying to make is it starting to make it look like ESPN's reporting that maybe Shohei was in there betting?
From the clip that we have,
it makes it sound
it does
more, huh?
seem like Ipe makes it seem like Shohei was aware.
He had to be aware. Like, none of us are that dumb.
Like, even
even though they tell us that he had no idea, none of us are that silly enough to really believe that a guy out there was losing, $800 million of your money without you even being aware of it.
Yeah, we'll play the clip, but
okay.
It definitely was like, oh my gosh, I may be right in this whole thing that they swept it under the rug.
Well, they announced it as if we should just accept it. But
they did.
We really should never accept hardly anything anymore
Except
in this day and
Kyle
age.
Shanahan.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I hate to say it, if you accept it with Kyle Shanahan, the official California report
was wrong.
from the DMV or whoever it was, the record, they blamed the other lady for the accident in the official report. Even Kyle Shanahan said, That's wrong.
Yeah, the highway. My friend texted me this right after we talked about it. The Highway Patrol's website, or the website in California that publishes accidents, said that the other driver was the cause. Like, why did that happen? How does that happen?
I'm saying you don't like when I do this, but we hear this term fake news all the time. But this is why we hear it. Because there's a lot of fake news.
It's true.
Doesn't mean everything's fake, but it means a lot of it is.
Like, that makes me honestly think, not that Kyle Shanahan's in on this, but who's trying to protect what now?
There's a lot happening there. You're right, Scrabe. Okay, you got to pick.
Oh, yes.
Dodgers -1.5 Mariners.
I'll go Dodgers.
Dodgers. He goes haphazardly. The Lynx, the WNBA, this is a blowout spread. The Lynx are taking on the Tempo. Toronto Tempo. The Lynx are favored by 16.5.
Wow.
Toronto's been in a big slump. They're 10-16. Minnesota's 22-6, running away with the standings in the WNBA. It's the first game back from the All-Star break.
Lynx me.
You go Lynx. Yeah, I don't know if I have time. I don't. I do. Sorry. Can't help it because I read about it and I didn't like it. Do you know Dejanay Carrington? She played here at high school in San Diego.
Okay.
Her dad, Darren Carrington, was a Charger safety on the Super Bowl team.
Okay.
Her mom coached her in high school.
Okay.
I met her when she was maybe 10 years old. She was doing PA for her older sister, and she was singing the national anthem. And she was the greatest little kid.
Yes.
Now Dejanay is a star in the WNBA. Okay, that's great. Are these stories we need? I know you're going to say.
I have no idea.
I'm going to tell you the story. This is what we don't need in reporting, I don't think. But apparently, Dejanay's longtime girlfriend, they've broken up, and now it's come out that it's because Dejanay said her girlfriend was cheating with 2 other players in the league.
Oh.
This is the kind of stuff that I don't think is our business, and I think that we need to stay out of and just let these people live and play basketball, please.
I definitely agree with you. I would have a friend. I have my friend's voice in my head right now. Don't choose a public life if you don't want to live it in public.
I understand
I don't buy that whatsoever. There are certain things
do we
that
have to
can
hear
be off limits.
everybody dating everyone? Do we have to know that all, though?
That's been around with celebrities forever, but no. The answer for me is no. I do not care.
Yeah, I just hated seeing Dejanay's name like in that story because now the focus is all off of the fact that she's become an all-star player in that league, and you're really proud of what she's accomplished as a player.
They do say the more negative stuff talked about you, the more successful you are. So
I don't know if that's what you would trade in for.
I wouldn't.
Speaking of people who say negative thing, Caitlin Clark, 21.5 points. She's in Seattle tonight, Scrabe. 21.5 over under.
21.5. I'm going to go over. Why not?
Caitlin's been filling it up lately. I'll say under. And one more in that game. Sophie Cunningham has become a big celeb.
Yes, she has.
For Indiana. Flau'jae Johnson is a big celeb and rap artist for Seattle. Which makes more threes? I'm saying Flau'jae Johnson.
More threes.
They both had odds of 2 under over, so Flau'jae or Sophie.
Just to be contrarian, I'll go Sophie.
Contrarian.
I actually don't really know if she's a good basketball player or not.
Sophie?
Yeah, I don't really know. I just know that she is very popular.
Well, she's become popular because she sticks her nose in there and plays hard and doesn't back down from anybody and lets everybody know about it.
And the meme, the point meme, everybody does
she's
now.
Created a meme. I don't know. I think that was pretty organic, though.
It was
organic. It just worked out for her.
She's she's trying to capitalize on it, which she should.
By the way, congrats. What we should be talking about the WNBA. How about Dominique Malonga in the All-Star game? Gets a pass down the middle, runs down the lane, and just dunks it home.
Wow, I didn't know.
Beautiful play.
Wow. That is pretty impressive.
Third or fourth dunk in WNBA history. More Gwynn and Chris coming up on the other side. We'll get into the National Football League.
From the first pitch.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in.
Every day's like small progress, so it's like day to day I'm like, I think I'm feeling a little better, and then I can look back a week later and notice the big gain. So it's a slower progress than I'd like, but I do feel great, and I feel like I'm making a lot of good strides. I'm hoping to be throwing, start building up here fairly soon.
What does that do for your hope for timeline originally of mid-August potentially?
Mid-August will probably be pushing it, just because I've been down now, 3.5 weeks. So even if I started throwing today, which I'm not, that'd be probably like a 3-week buildup. So probably more like late August would be that's my goal. They won't give me a hard time.
That's Jason Adam, one of the good guys who's, could be used. Now, I do understand Estrada's been spotted.
He has been
on the premises. Jeremy
yes.
Estrada.
Our guy Jeff Sanders is really good at putting
Estrada,
it,
I should say.
Jeff Sanders said he is in the building.
Well, Padres need all these guys. They really do. And I know everybody needs all their guys because they're making a stretch run, etc. Padres need them more than most. They just look. The Padres have. I don't have the official number, but I did see that games where your starter hasn't gone 5 innings this year.
Oh yeah.
It's like Padres are number 1 or 2 in all of baseball. They never go 5 or 6 innings, and so you can't use. You can't even go Matsui, Bradgley, Morejon, Mason Miller. You can't do that every night.
No.
Just can't.
No, it's not going to work that way.
Like a night like tonight, I know you shouldn't think this way, but you kind of do as a fan now watching this team. You hope with Michael King against the Rockies, the matchup being somewhat favorable, you're at home, you've whipped these guys a little bit, but you're hoping that really not only do you win tonight, but you want to win like without using Morejon and Miller.
Yeah,
I know that's
stave that off.
You don't ever do that as the manager, right? Craig Stammen can't think that way. With a 1-run lead in the 8th inning, believe me, Morejon's coming in, but you just kind of would like to because you're going to need them maybe tomorrow afternoon. It's a day game tomorrow. And that's where to me, if you had Estrada and Adam, man, if you had 6 guys, 7 guys coming out of the bullpen, then you could use 2 or 3, you know what I mean? And keep them fresh.
I do. Do you think that Matt Waldron is a bullpen guy that needs to stay? Because I'm not sure.
Well, I think you do need to have a kind of a longer guy.
Yeah.
That kind of takes one for the team. When you're down 6-1 in the 4th inning and you just don't want to use all the good guys again. Yeah, you do need a Matt Waldron to give you 3-4 innings there. Mm-hmm. It's important. So, yeah, we're going to have to figure out how they make this thing up. But Estrada coming back would be great. Jason Adams sounds like, according to Jason Adams, it's going to be, a good month before we see him or, the better part of a month before he gets back. Michael King tonight. Here, the other thing is, I know life changes, but I remember, well, first of all, the record is held by a guy named Mike Marshall. He's not the outfielder Mike Marshall. He was a right-handed pitcher who pitched for the Dodgers, of course, in the mid-'70s, a reliever. He won the Cy Young one year because he won like 15 games and saved 30 games. He once pitched in 11 games in a row. And so, that's the standard, but no one's ever going to touch that again, right?
No.
But I know that Trevor, maybe Trevor's listening. Send us a note, Trevor, if you remember. I know Trevor one year had a save in like 5 or 6 straight games. And then finally, like the 7th game, they needed him, and finally Bochy said, hey, okay, we got to
shut it down for at least
we got to
a
give
day.
another guy. But, like, that would never happen now. You know, like 1 game, 2 games max. Like if the Padres are ahead 3-2 tonight, Mason Miller's going to save it. If they're ahead 4-3 tomorrow afternoon, Mason Miller's going to save it. If they're at 5-4 Thursday against the Giants, Mason Miller's not going to save it.
What was the velocity of Trevor Hoffman?
I don't want to underscore it. I don't really even know that we kept that close a track.
Maybe not.
You know, the thing that was the big thing for Trevor was the difference between fastball and changeup, and his ability to make it look like he was throwing the same pitch every time.
Yeah, that's the big deal.
So you couldn't tell as a hitter whether you're getting fastball or changeup. And there was maybe 12 miles an hour difference, so it was almost impossible, you know, for hitters to time Trevor. And, you know, he's just had so much guile and guts and,
in my quick
all of
research,
that other stuff.
Looks like he had a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, which is it's still. I mean, with that changeup, you can't tell the difference until you've already swung and the ball's still getting past you.
It would be interesting if Trevor were like sitting over here and we could just chat with him about this for a minute. And the reason I say that is because even he might dispute, did he really throw 95? Because 91 or 2 is really fast. It just doesn't seem that way anymore because everyone's throwing 100 all the time. You know, you could throw plenty fast with 93 or 4. You know, I don't think that it mattered that much when Trevor was pitching. Who are the starters? I mean, Andy Ashby, 1998 World Series hero. Even Kevin Brown, who threw hard. Kevin Brown, I bet you, was no higher than 93 or 4. There's no way he was at 100.
They're saying Roger Clemens is topping out 95, 97.
Yeah, right. There you go. But nobody threw really much harder than the Rocket did. Kerry Wood, what did he throw? I don't remember him ever getting 100.
But he was
throwing hard.
I mean, 100. When I saw 100 on the gun, even like 10 years ago, that was like, wow, that guy's throwing 100. Now it's just
Mortahone had 4 of them. Mortahone had 4 of them the other night. Easy, just nobody even blinked an eye.
Yeah, that's true.
But the question is he throwing 100, or is the way they're tracking it a little different?
I bet, definitely have better technology to track these pitches.
Little of both. All right, we're cutting into our NFL potpourri.
I don't know,
Stop cutting in. Let's stop cutting in. Give me some music. The National Football League next Thursday.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Oh, my God. Who is it? The great game, Carolina and Arizona. Tee him up, baby.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett just got his new contract worked out.
So what? He's going to be standing over there holding his helmet.
No, they're going to
be playing in the game. I mean, who do we suppose? Let's just for goofy fun. Who's going to be actually playing in this game? Do you think, Scrape? Give me a.
Oh gosh,
who's our quarterback matchup in the?
I don't think Bryce Young takes a snap.
No, let me look at the Arizona depth chart so I can tell you who's going to be in the game. Well, Gardner Minshew will get some air time.
This is a prime Gardner Minshew game.
Gardner Knight and Carson Beck, rookie.
Oh, okay.
Might see a little of him.
I'm interested to see what he looks like.
And make sure you join the game early because after those two leave for Arizona, it'll be time for Kedon Slovis or Kedon Slow. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that's who you're going to get. And on the other side, for the Carolina Panthers, is it short? No, not short arm, small hands. Kenny Pickett.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Small Hand.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett. And then behind him, if you can tell me where Haynes King went to college, Scraby, go right to the head of the group.
All
Nobody
I can think
knows.
about is underwear.
Never heard of Haynes King. He went to Georgia Tech. That's why we haven't heard of him. Anyway, who cares? It's Carolina, Panthers, the Cardinals, and it's football next Thursday night. By the way, saw a really cool stat the other day. Just throwing it in because we like fun stuff like this. The Cardinals, when they were the St. Louis Cardinals, this is something that, by the way, will never happen again.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Do you really? What am I going to... No, are you? There's no way you can know what I'm going here.
Both professional teams are named the Cardinals in the same city?
No, that's not where I'm going.
Okay.
The St. Louis Cardinals in 1970...
Oh, here we go.
I know. You want to queue up?
I don't.
Share. Good. In 1971, I believe it was. Now I got to look it up because I got to get this right. Anyway, the St. Louis Cardinals record in 1971 or 70, 4-9-1. Strange record. Ties were a little more prevalent in those days.
I do remember that.
Because, they didn't play overtime. So
well, that makes sense.
The next year, 72, 4-9-1. The next year, 1973, 4-9-1. That's never happening again.
Well, 4-9-1 is not going to happen.
Well, you know what I mean.
They play 17 games there.
Okay, fair enough. But is any team ever going to have the same record like that 3 years in a row?
I don't think it's that crazy just because they don't play enough games. They don't play a ton of games.
Here it is officially. 71, 2-3. They were 4-9-1. And then the year before 71 in 1969, 4-9-1 again. 4 out of 5 years. Those are fun things for me. I know, not for the rest of you.
That just let everyone into your mindset.
Yeah, right. That's my mind. I see something like that, and I'm like,
what?
Wow.
I'm like, that is
so stupid.
Cool. But I can see someone finishing 10-6 or 10-7 3 years in a row.
I guess you're right.
But the 4-9-1.
It's the 4-9-1, and then
the
maybe
combination of the wins and losses is interesting.
Okay.
I got one for you.
I hope we have better potpourri than that.
We do. If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiros for authentic Mediterranean cuisine, in Coronado or La Jolla for dining or takeout options. Visit spiroscuisine.com. And there's also people tell me this all the time, Chris. There are people in their car like, I remember that stat. That is a great stat.
Right. And then there's other ones that are like, come on, man.
All right, Chris, I would like to find a job where I can spit on the face of someone else before the season really even begins, and then get a massive raise the next year.
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going.
So Jalen Carter of the Eagles agrees to a 4-year, $152 million extension. This just bothers me because there is no accountability for this guy. Zero. The whole driving thing, that's in a way past But he did spit in Dak Prescott's face on national TV before the first offensive play of the season.
And he didn't have to miss a game.
And he did it because he punished himself enough, Chris, because he did it before the game really even started. I know this is how it works, but this stuff does bother me.
Me too. I'll be 100% straight with you. And this is coming from a place where we say people should have a chance to make mistakes. But in the case of Jalen Carter, when you're driving 160 miles an hour, whatever he was doing in Georgia, and there was somebody who died in the crash.
That's the biggest part. Someone lost their life.
12 months of probation and a $1,000 fine. Man, that's getting off pretty light. I know that the other person who died, who was also driving fast, has to be responsible for their own actions. But, man, I don't know if I have to throw away the key on Jalen Carter, but probation and a $1,000 fine? And I guarantee you Jalen Carter's still driving, and he's not driving all that safe. I doubt it, right? Is he the kind of guy that you look at and go, I bet he learned his lesson?
Well,
it doesn't look like it.
No.
He just doesn't. I'm sorry to say.
He spit in Dak's face. That tells me that he's not learning.
Yeah, I don't know.
He might, and I've read many things about him and about how he's a great dude. He's a good teammate.
Sure, he's friendly.
But you're not a great teammate if you get kicked out of the game before the game starts. You're not.
You're a good teammate if you need a loan, I guess.
But otherwise, Jalen Carter's very good at football, and this is a good signing for the Eagles. Do I need
to say this?
I don't know.
I hope I don't, but maybe I do.
Uh-oh.
I just want everybody to know we would pick on any white athlete who drives
Chris.
160 miles an hour. Well, I think there's people out there say you guys just sit here and take these shots at these guys.
No.
And Jalen Carter, you don't even know him, and we're ripping the hell out of the guy. It's his record that bothers me. And the fact that he is now the highest paid player ever at that position doesn't seem well deserved.
By the way, I've gone after Mike Vrabel more than a lot of
I know. I don't need
people.
to even... No, I'm not going to even bring up examples. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't want people to think that. I think, unfortunately, that people go there sometimes when we're just abusing a guy like this.
Well, I can't control
But I don't like
those
Jalen Carter.
people.
I don't like Jalen Carter for that kind of stuff, but it doesn't seem to matter.
I got another one.
How about Denzel Ward? We like him any better?
I do like him.
All right, good. He's the highest paid cornerback ever.
Well, he's making $31 million.
$31 million.
That's insane, but he's very good. He's very good. The Browns love to just shell out big numbers. They're just like, here, we're already paying Deshaun
you know
Watson
what?
a
Hey,
bunch
Myles
of money.
Garrett's gone, so we better pay somebody else. Yeah, good for it. The problem with having a great cornerback like Denzel Ward, even the greatest cornerback can only cover you for so long. And I don't know.
Even Revis
Browns,
Island.
I don't know if the Browns do a good job of getting the rest of their club
And they just got rid of
together.
Myles Garrett, so there's going to be more time for the quarterback to throw.
Baker Mayfield?
Oh, here, I got a whole Bucks thing. It's not going well for them because Mike Evans didn't even want to come back. Yesterday, Pro Bowler Vita Vea, he asked for a trade. And Baker Mayfield is basically saying, I'm going to play this one last season and then I'm out because they won't give him a contract extension. Things are not going well in Tampa, Chris.
I like Baker a lot. And I think Baker's grown up. And I've watched him even in this quarterback show. If you haven't seen him, he's really good. And he has talked about a lot of mistakes he made in the past and how he has learned from them. And he's, his family's helped us center him. And I believe him. Although he does still, and he says, he acts like an idiot on the field sometimes. And he said, even I admit that. But do you really?
Self-awareness.
What I'm saying to you is this. I get what you're saying. The Buccaneers are going to blow it because Baker's going to play and he's going to leave. But does every team in the league have to be held hostage to every quarterback that wants to renegotiate their contract and get an extension? Because I know the Dolphins did it because they thought they had to do it with Tua, and other teams have done it, and it doesn't always work. Sometimes you get stuck with a lousy guy.
Well, Baker's a lame duck. He doesn't have a contract next year.
Okay.
So that's why he's saying, I don't want to, and I don't disagree with him. I wouldn't want to go into a season without a contract the year after, because what happens if I break my leg and I can never play again?
Yeah, well, that's a chance I guess everybody takes in the NFL, but I don't know if I totally blame Tampa Bay. I don't know that every team should just automatically have to give you an extended contract if you're a quarterback and pay you an extra $200 million just on the hope that you're still going to be good.
I agree with that.
So
but
that's
do you
all
want
I'm
to
saying.
play with a, what was his name, Hangs King as
right.
your quarterback?
Yeah, no, I
or
don't
do you want to play with Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, no, I know. You're not wrong, but
hey, who knows? Hanks King might be the next Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's a tough deal. But we got to take a break.
Chris versus the fans up next. 833-288-0973.
Padres, Rockies, today.
Morejon kicks and deals and
And away we do go into the 4 o'clock hour. 4:02 is the time, Chris, Scraby. Bill House Studios. We know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. is down at Petco Park. Earlier today, he defeated Scraby in another round of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Sorry about that, Scrabe. We will have our Big Five coming up a little bit later on the show. A couple of big stories real quick before we get to Chris versus the fans. And by the way, we have a line or two open if you'd like to play some trivia. 833-288-0973. Chance perhaps for you to go to the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. That's the grand prize. But a couple of quick stories. I know you'll probably want to get onto the Big Five more, but Draymond Green, back to your Warriors.
I didn't put him in the Big Five.
Stays to a Golden State there.
I don't think. I mean, what's the point?
Well,
he's old. He's not very good, and he's getting paid almost $30 million a year.
There's the point.
Well, I know for him. I'm saying for the Warriors. Like, what's the point of bringing this guy back? I understand he's done a lot for your franchise, so I get that.
Yeah, 27.7 though. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
And yeah. How many Super Bowls? NBA titles?
0
4?
Super Bowls.
Yeah, 0 Super Bowls.
I think
4 NBA
yeah,
titles.
I think 4. I mean, he's done a ton, but that doesn't buy you a $27 million contract.
He's not nearly what he was. He still can give you some, some of that stuff that doesn't show up in the box score. Still Draymond Green is great at, but I know what you mean. He's not really worth this kind of money anymore. But a lot of people kind of in their worlds of professional sports get paid for what they did.
I know.
Not for what they still can do.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I mean, I would love to be Draymond Green.
I don't blame the Warriors for kind of rewarding Draymond Green, but I get what you're saying. They could have taken $27 million and probably gotten a whole lot more talented, player.
They also asked, well, the rumor is they asked him to decline his option or whatever so they can throw a bunch of money at LeBron, and then when that didn't work,
they tried, they tried that. And they still got Curry and Jimmy Butler and Porzingis. But, the Warriors are probably not top quality.
Not anymore.
It's okay. They had a hell of a good run. Look,
of course.
Look, compare what they are to the Bulls. The Bulls won their last title with Jordan in 98. Coming up on 30 years, and they still suck. You know what I mean? So, for the first 5 years after 98, I was like, yeah, it's okay. They won all those championships. And now I'm like, okay, let's get going again.
Yes.
So,
it has come. The honeymoon has come to an end.
Exactly. All right, let's play some ball here. Dial in 833-288-0973. Trivia time.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. If I could get my headphones in, we could get this started. But we are going to be playing for that prize that Chris mentioned just a second ago.
2-night stay, Fontainebleau, 150 food, beverage.
Thank you.
Oasis pool deck, officially open, 6 acres, elevated pool, 6 distinct pools, live beach. You can enter to win a 2-night stay at Fontainebleau. $150 food and beverage. To book your stay, visit FontainebleauLasVegas.com now.
Nice job. Thank you. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you are eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know, and we'll get into that. Let us know, and you'll get the first one for free. I am not using my little app today, so we're going back to the
app
old way.
Was a bit of a failure yesterday.
Going back to the drawing board on the app.
But I had a question about it. Now Tony's not here. I want to ask him again, but I want to throw it out to you about the app and AI with sports because I think it's something that we need to start kicking around because it's coming if it's not already here.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely is. And by the way, real quick, I'm not using AI to come up with ideas for me. I'm using AI to automate things that take me forever, like the rundown. If I put all of the reads in the rundown, it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes a day because I have to go get it. I have to go place it in the right spot. I have to make sure it says what it's supposed to say.
And most of the times it still doesn't.
And it's misspelled and all this other stuff. So I'm doing it for automation. But yeah, let's talk about that. I'm very interested in that conversation.
All right, let's do this first.
All right, let's go to Pete.
Pete!
Hello, Pete.
Hey there, guys.
I like Fletcher Hills. I don't know if you're there, but we're good. Are you from Fletcher, the Fletcher Hills guy?
Yes, sir.
Nice area of town.
Where is it? I've never heard of it.
It's in Fletcher. It's near Fletcher Parkway.
Where's that?
Off the 8 freeway? Oh, you don't live out the eastern, La Mesa direction.
Oh, okay. All right.
In that direction.
All right.
Is that right, Pete? Yeah.
It's the border, El Cajon, La Mesa. And hold on a minute. I've been practicing this for a long time. So are you guys ready?
Yep.
First time player.
I love it. I'm going to use that. First time player.
As a matter of fact, from now on, I think from now on, Scraby, neither you or I need to say it anymore. Just play that.
No, I'm just going to play that every time. I love it, Pete. Thank you for taking it so seriously. That's a very important part of this game.
Important. I think he's driving.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't get I don't hope you take your eye off the road while you were performing that.
Yeah, because I do close my eyes and look into the air.
That's right.
And if you want to see us do that, we do it every single day. Go to Gwynn and Chris SD on YouTube or 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
One last thing for Pete before he starts. If Kyle Shanahan's texting you, tell him to hold off.
We're going to get back into that. All right, here we go. Question numero dos.
Yeah.
Who was the last Padres pitcher to pitch a complete game?
Oh, my God.
We're going to go with Dylan Cease's no-hitter.
Dylan Cease and his no-hitter.
Yeah.
Stay there, Pete.
I don't think it was this year. So, yeah, I'm back to I must say Michael King off the top of my head. I don't know.
Michael King was definitely
Pete's
one of those
still
guys.
Alive.
Kolek.
What?
Stephen Kolek in that 21-0 game.
That's the last complete game they had, was that 21-0 game last year?
I believe I still have it up here, yes. The last game, so that's
a great question.
May 10th. Michael King was April 13th earlier that season.
Right. So they only had 2 all last year and none this year?
Since 2020, they've only had 5 total.
That's so embarrassing. Really, I'm sorry. I know it's old school, but come on. 5 complete games in 6 years?
Oh, someone's saying I've already asked this question. I don't remember asking it, but I may have because
it worked. Pete, you're moving on.
Yeah, Pete.
We don't.
Right.
The rules are very, very fluid around here.
Fluid. Yes, we make them up as we go.
No, that was a good question. I didn't know the answer, so that's it. Move on. He missed it. I missed it. He's still alive.
All right, here we go, Pete.
Right.
Question number 3. Now let's stay with that complete game thing.
Oh, boy.
Since 2020, which Padres pitcher has the most complete games?
Since 2020?
Yes.
Wow.
Whoever it is, he's probably got like 2 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Joe Musgrove.
Joe Musgrove.
Joe M.
You are correct.
He got it.
Wow. Pete. Stay right there. I'm excited for Pete.
I'm glad. I'd much rather him get it right than me get it wrong.
All right, let me tell you this one. Obviously, we all know it was the no-hitter against the Rangers for the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, I have no recollection.
Oh, so he only has 2, truly?
2 since 2020.
Wow.
But
God, it's bad.
August 27th, 2021, against the Angels, the Padres won 5-0, but Joe Musgrove went 9 innings. I do not remember.
I remember it was a Friday night. I was having dinner up in Del Mar by the beach.
Okay, so you do remember this?
Yeah, I do. And they had the game on in the bar area.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
You know where I was having dinner? At the restaurant where our friend brought me the food. What was his name? Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I forgot his name. He's the greatest guy. No.
Ruben Niebla.
No.
Does anybody from the chat remember the guy who
great
served
listener?
Chris?
He met me and he brought the
Chris
food
versus
in.
the Fans.
He played Chris versus the Fan. Yeah. Sorry. God, I hate when I forget. But right now, this is about Pete from Fletcher Hills. He wins.
Yeah. Good job,
the
Pete.
Fantabulous
Was it Justin?
Sports game show. It could have been.
Okay, well, when Chris goes, it could have been, that means it's not happening.
It's not it. I don't know. But that's where I was. All right, so Yeah, Randy Jones, well, let's put it this way on the complete game. Randy Jones' club record of 25 complete games is not in jeopardy anytime soon.
No.
If ever.
Let me actually just open it to the entire Padres history real quick. But you're right. I mean, that's 25 games. Are you kidding me, Chris? You give these guys 3 careers, they're not going to get 25 complete games.
It's embarrassing. You pitchers should be embarrassed.
For the Padres, apparently a guy named Steve Arlen had a lot.
Steve Arlen? He was in the late 60s, early 70s.
Bruce Hurst.
Hurst did a lot of them.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, almost everybody used to pitch complete games. I hate to tell you, Scrabe. It was kind of a thing.
It was a thing.
Nobody, and really, this is not it's not the modern pitcher's fault. This is what they're taught, how they kind of are groomed, right? Is to pitch 6 innings and start looking for help. I mean, that just wasn't an option for Randy Jones when he had the 25. You mentioned Steve Arlen. He's on the list. Eric Schau had 13 one time. But, yeah, it wasn't an option. You didn't look. You went to 6 innings. You went in the dugout. You got ready to pitch the 7th inning. There was no argument.
I really, truly, firmly believe that you cannot compare the 2 eras.
Well, there's no way to. Yeah, right.
Because those guys, different style.
And here's another thing, though, that I think is fair to when you're talking in favor of the hitters of today. Even like Pete Rose was playing against Randy Jones. He got to face him 4 times. By the 8th inning, 9th inning, he might be seeing him for a 5th time.
That's true.
That never happens now.
No, you never see a guy 5 times.
Fernando sees a starter once, twice, then he sees a middle guy, then he sees a setup guy, then he sees a closer. Yeah. Hitting's much tougher, and that is one of the reasons averages are lower.
But back in the day, the rules, you could take out anyone. Like, there are so many differences about the games from now and then.
Different deal. All right, good job. Pete's the winner. You'll be hearing Pete's voice again the next time Scraby and I play the first time play a clip, because Pete did it well, and he could be winning, and we'll take a break on Gwynn and Chris.
playing at home. Felt like we've been on the road forever. You know, it's been a really tough stretch for us. We finished 17 off to the break, started off 10 right off the break, have an off day, and we have another 17, I think it is, in a row or something like that. Yeah, it's been a rough one for us this last one. So,
Manny Machado doesn't sound too refreshed after yesterday's day off. He and the Padres are right back at it tonight, starting a series against the Rocks. And Sammy Levitt, Sammy's out there probably holding court up there in the old Western Metal Supply building.
That's right.
You know, he's more famous and popular than any of us at this station.
Oh, for sure.
And I think that includes Tony sometimes. I mean, I know Tony's, people love Tony. They should. But I think Sammy's almost there.
If you add his TikTok audience,
oh yeah, right.
He is by far and away the most followed person on the station.
I know I'll never probably get the TikTok thing, but what is it about a guy staring into a television set and going, "Hey," and then writing "me" when the U.S. scores a goal? Like, how did 35,000 people sign up to see that?
I don't know.
Like, what am I missing? I don't get it.
No, we're in the same world on this because I don't get it either.
But Sammy does it, and people flock to see his stuff. And I love Sam, but I'm not there to. I'm not going to watch him celebrate. A goal.
I think
it's kind of silly if you ask me. Sammy, I'm brushing my teeth. 420,000 views. What for?
We've talked about this before.
People out there.
He built his following by just being the behind the scenes baseball guy.
That was smart.
And it was very smart. But now he gets to do things like brush his teeth and people love it.
Yeah. All right. We love Sammy. He'll have the pregame show in about an hour. And then it'll be Michael King against Michael Lorenzen of the Rocks. By the way, I mentioned this to Drew Goodman yesterday, and he quickly stepped away from it. But if the Rockies win tonight, Scraby, they tie their win total from last year.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They won 43 games last year, the whole year. Tonight could be their 43rd. Let's hope they do not get it. All right, here's something.
Don't win the next 2 days, okay?
You're right. They can get it after the week. Yeah, right. Next couple of days. All right, we got our Big Five coming up, but this is something that I wanted to get into yesterday, and we had so many other stories. I saw something in the New York Times, and I do recommend the New York Times for a lot of people. They write to me stuff that's interesting. They know darn well that nobody's reading the New York Times sports to see the scores. Yeah. The New York Times sports, the only way you read it is because there's a story that catches your eye. You go, I want to see what this says.
It's not even New York Times sports. It's just
right.
Straight
they
up
use
the
athletic stuff. Yeah. So the guy for the Athletic in the New York Times wrote a really interesting story, and he interviewed Nick Sirianni, the Eagles guy. And Sirianni's going into his sixth season, and he talked to him, and he said, anything you can do different this year? Is there something, blah, blah, blah. And Sirianni said, you know what? I finally broke through the dark side. And Sirianni said, I went to ChatGPT. Mm-hmm. He goes, I didn't even know what the hell it was. Somebody kind of directed me over there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like that.
So he goes, I went to ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT to give me a story of courage and determination and overcoming the odds.
Okay.
No, I'm going to give you more on this.
All right.
But that's what he said he used it for originally. And ChatGPT told him the story about a guy who was a wrestler at the University of Arizona. He had one leg, winning his weight class in the NCAA championship. And so Sirianni told the story to his team as a way of kind of trying not to give the same speech every year. I mean, it's his sixth year and it gets old. So that's one way that, Sirianni's used it. I'm sure others. Now, we also saw last week, I think it was last week, and maybe it wasn't the Astros again, was it? But it was one of the major league teams, or two of them were actually told to stop using AI.
Yes.
And what was happening was that this is crazy to me, but maybe you'll explain to me why this was smart. But they were getting AI and whatever the information to tell them what pitch was the best to throw to every hitter in what situation.
Yeah.
So they've been told to not do that.
Yeah.
So I want to finish this up and then get your thoughts. So let's go back to football with that in mind. How long is it going to be? Or is it already happening? Or is, Belichick using it in North Carolina even though it's illegal? Because he never does anything legal.
Yeah, he cheats all the time.
Well, anyway. But is any coach in the NFL yet just going to start going to AI and say, what play should I run? And, the AI will tell them, they put it to the quarterback. And if they did that, should the NFL say, no, kibosh it?
Yes.
Okay, why should they kibosh it? You're using, and I mean, why did they kibosh the major league team? You're already you use analytics, you use percentages, you use all of this to say, all right, Manny normally swings at a curveball on 1-2 in this situation. So because the analytics tell me I'm going to throw him a curve, you're making me take another half step to where AI says, yes, throw him a curve based on what AI knows. So why shouldn't we be able to go to AI? You tell me, explain it to me.
Well, personally,
because it seems to me pretty soon maybe we don't need coaches at all on the sideline.
Yeah, Sirianni better be careful.
Right, I know. But the AI will just tell it right to Jalen Hurts, and he'll run whatever play it tells him.
Well, here's my thought. In sports, you have to make decisions. It's part of the sport. Your brain is under pressure, but you need to make a decision. You have to do it. And this now is telling you what to choose. The analytics before were suggesting, telling you the numbers.
But isn't AI suggesting that you throw a curve here? You don't have to do it.
Yeah, but they're actually popping that up saying curve. You could be like, hey, this guy's hit. But the AI also doesn't take into account this guy can't hit a fastball tonight.
I didn't say AI takes anything into account, but that's your risk you're taking because you're using it.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, why should I outlaw it?
Because it's a faster way to make decisions, and with the numbers that they currently have, they have to go over them. They have to make decisions based upon those numbers. Instead of just typing into a computer, should I allow Mason Miller to face this guy?
Yeah,
those are the things because what it can do is AI can take a ton of data.
Yeah.
And in 10 seconds,
distill it down,
make it something.
But because AI tells me that I got to throw a curveball to Cole Carrick here with 2 outs and a runner at second, doesn't mean that Cole Carrick isn't going to knock it off the wall.
True.
I still got to execute the pitch.
Exactly.
So why not let AI do it?
Because they're going to find ways to cheat.
Okay.
They're going more so than the ways we're talking about right now. They can make certain things that are going to.
Why shouldn't every NFL? I mean, they got the big darn board. Andy Reid's holding on to this thing. He can barely balance it over there on the sideline with all the plays on the chart. I'd like to see it. Oh, my God, it's getting out of control. But they got all the plays, all the charts, all the situations, right?
Yeah.
It's 3rd and 7. Andy Reid goes on his board. There's all his 3rd and 7s. Well, why didn't he just put all that into ChatGPT and let them pick a play?
He could, but I think it's okay to use it throughout the week leading up to the game. If you want to do scenarios and things like that, you can already do that. But on the day of game day, you are not allowed to use electronics to help you in that way.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I see what you're saying, and but I don't see necessarily why it should be outlawed.
Well, what about this? It's a worse product if the computer picks the play. Like, we want the coaches to pick the plays.
Of course. Look, Scraby, you're speaking to the choir. When I pitched, back in the day, when I pitched at San Diego State, the catcher flashed a sign. I went, yeah, I like that one. I threw it. Catcher flashed one. I didn't really love it. I said, he changed it. I threw that. By the time I was getting out of school, in that time frame, mid-'80s now, the manager called the pitch, and there was no arguing.
Really?
Okay, but the point being, that took the choice away from me, and now I became more of what I felt, a robot. I didn't get to think out there. I just had to do what I was told. All right, well, here we are 4 years later. The new version of that, to me, would just be AI telling the manager, the catcher, and the pitcher what the pitch is. What's the difference? Well, I don't quite know why it's being outlawed. I'm not saying I agree with you. I want to feel like the world is, with humans making decisions, but I know damn well that's not happening anymore.
I just think that since there's no guidelines at all on any of it, sports or not, that we have no idea what direction teams are going to go. And there was a quote in the story on The Athletic about this. One anonymous GM said, better stop them from cheating. Everybody is already starting to do this, so better stop them cheating now than rein it in later.
Remember what Tony Vitello said was it our Big Five or when Tony was still here earlier? Tony Vitello talking about how, and we like to make fun of the guy, but he said something pretty profound, I think, when he's talking about the fact that kids, young players, baseball, what he was referring to, don't learn how to win. They just learn how to hit and throw and just kind of the computerized version of playing baseball. You see the pitch, you hit it. This is how you swing at it. Because everything's taught to you kind of in a technical way. But nobody has a good feel for the game anymore.
Yeah.
That's what Tony Vitello is saying.
Yeah,
you don't have that real understanding of the game. And that's why I say for a pitcher, I loved it when the biggest thing, most fun thing to me was outthinking the hitter in terms of me, in that duel, in that moment, going, this pitch is going to fool this guy, or that one is, or the. But when the manager started to tell me what pitch, I was just like a machine. You were just pushing a button. You said throw a curveball outside. I just, sir. And throw a curveball outside. But that's what they're doing,
Yeah, I just thought about it right now.
Okay.
So, let's talk about football because I can't put it into a baseball term yet. In football, you have 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Right.
You're out there. Your AI is now looking at the defense, telling you what personnel's in there, and in about a half second says this is the play.
Gives you the best play.
And then you yell out the play real quick, and then you can run the play.
Why even yell it out? Just have AI tell the quarterback right away.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, but everybody else needs to know the play. But the AI can look at the field, determine where the weakness is, and send it to the quarterback in like a second.
But can't the defensive AI do the same thing, looking at the offense's personnel?
But the defense doesn't know the play. So
I'm just saying.
No, you're right, though.
I'm just saying all the players pretty soon are going to be robots if they're not already.
I don't want robot sports.
Am I wrong?
You're not.
I mean, how many coaches you play football, but you watch football too? Off tackle in the 2-hole, you run it. How many coaches, if you bounce it outside, are pissed off, even if you think it's open outside?
Probably a ton.
Most of them, yeah.
Because
run what I tell you.
Go up the middle.
Run what I tell you.
I'm setting something up later.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
No, I love what AI can do for us, but we need lots of rules and regulations.
All right, quick question to win some Guns N' Roses tickets, and then we come back with a big five. Guns N' Roses at Snapdragon. I hope it's Guns N' Roses. It might just be AI holograms of these guys.
Could be. You never know.
September 2nd. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Judging by the last time I saw old, the head guy at Guns N' Roses, I said it yesterday, now I forget, Axl.
Yes.
Axl Rose. Yeah, the old hologram of the old Axl Rose might be preferable, but no, you're probably going to get the real new, live Axl Rose. But you got to answer this question to get the 2 tickets. We're talking about home runs earlier, and the Padre all-time home run leader in one season is Greg Vaughn. But Greg Vaughn did not lead the league in home runs the year he hit 50. Who are the only 2 Padres ever to lead the National League in home runs? The only 2 Padres ever to be home run champions of the National League. 833-288-0973. First person with the correct answer will see G and R.
6.5 is what I said. I think I can do it. Gotta swing though.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it.
Oh man. All right. That was a good hit, but jeez. All right, attempt number 2.
He's already homered in this game.
Oh man, that was the pitch. Just got. I walked it off though. That's nice. Doesn't count. Attempt number 3.
Here the winning run at the plate.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to puck out an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Oh, I'm surprised that would have been a walk-off. I'm just, thankfully, whoever's at third did not come home.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it for him.
Definitely ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Ah, swung at something inside.
In position, brings it in. Runner tags from third. It's low and gets away.
I mean, I'm happy with the win, but it doesn't help me here. So we go to attempt 4. Ugh.
Fouls away the first offering. Winning run at third.
I think he could probably. I just need to get the bat up.
Inning number 9. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
So now it's all
Seems like a Gavin Sheets special right there.
Try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
That was stupid. That was just a terrible, terrible swing. Attempt 5.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches
Yeah,
up in the zone.
thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Play in this spot.
The next pitch misses.
See, a walk doesn't help me either in this situation.
There'll be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably
That was kind of juicy. Swung too early, as you can see.
wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
A pitch out from Manny Machado. What do you think's going to happen?
This guy's got good power with one swing. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
That was a good one to swing at.
Oh, and this one gets away.
He went. Thank you, because that would have been it for the attempts. It's my final attempt for the unders. 2-2. Oh man, I could have done it a little. I'm gonna win the game, but I'm not gonna win the bet. Let's go. Attempt number 7. I think I'm getting closer though. I think I'm getting closer.
He's already homered here in this one.
Ooh, that was what? That was it right there. Just missed it. Because I stink. Oh.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the
I don't
ball,
think I did.
block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
That was just a failed at bat from the beginning. Attempt number 8 on the way.
Nope, that's the ball. Pitch down.
I'm locking in.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He's going to win it for him.
That was another one that I could have taken deep. He's making mistakes, and I'm not taking advantage of them, and that's not going to get out either. Attempt number 9 coming up. I'm getting kind of annoyed at this point.
Now at the plate, 1 for 3.
Ooh. Still, he's not coming home, which I don't know why he wouldn't, but we're on attempt 9.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can
All right, all right.
Definitely a strikeout situation
Locking in.
right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Did I do it? No. Oh, 98 miles an hour. Did I do it off the bat? Did I? Yeah! Finally! Attempt number 9, baby. 6.5 is what I said. I think I can do it. Gotta swing though.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it.
Ooh, man. All right. That was a good hit, but jeez. All right. Attempt number 2.
He's already homered in this game.
Oh, man, that was the pitch. Just got... I walked it off, though. That's nice. Doesn't count. Attempt number 3.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to puck out an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Oh, I'm surprised that would have been a walk-off. Thankfully, whoever's at third did not come home.
This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it for him.
Definitely ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Swung at something inside.
In position, brings it in. Runner tags from third. It's low and gets away.
I mean, I'm happy with the win, but it doesn't help me here. So we go to attempt 4.
Mr. Ello, Mr. Schraby. Bill House Studios. Winner was
Chris.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Chris.
No, not you.
Oh,
a different Chris.
Because I did get the answer.
A different Chris. We got a few calls.
The other Chris was the guy.
We got a few calls. I always love it when someone guesses the answer you said was not the answer.
Right. We opened by saying it's not Greg Vaughn. The first person called in with Greg Vaughn. So that's fun. No, we had 2 home run champions in Padre history. 1992 for the Crime Dog, Fred McGriff. We had the pleasure of interviewing him, you and I and Tony, when he went into the Hall of Fame or, was announced. That was a lot of fun. The other Padre home run champion, Fernando Tatis Jr. hit 42. 2021, was it?
I think so.
Yeah. So we've had 2 home run champs in Padre team history. And I think before too long, I was looking it up the other day, but it's going to be Manny Fernando 1-2 on the all-time list.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Unless Fernando goes somewhere, which I'm not going to believe he does it.
Yeah, at his current pace, it's taking him longer to get into second place.
But he's going to get there.
He is eventually going to get there. All right, you better hit the Big Five, Scrape, because we're cutting off your time here.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Whoops, let me turn on the microphone there, Chris.
Where'd your dinger go?
Where'd my dinger go? 97.3 The Fans trade deadline coverage will be presented by City Cruises Live. Experiences done different. Let's start with Mason Miller and the media availability before the game tonight.
Okay.
And he was asked, he had a scrum around him, quite a few reporters actually, and he was asked about how this week is going to feel and whether or not he just wants the last week of the trade deadline to be over so he can know that he's on the Padres or whatever.
That's something we don't think enough about.
Yes.
These guys do go through it at this time of year.
Yeah.
Especially those like Mason Miller.
Here is Mason Miller talking about that.
Personal standpoint?
I don't wish away a single day in the big leagues, so I just enjoy every single day. And for all of us, it's out of our control in terms of, what might lie ahead. But, what we do have control over is how we show up each day. And, I think as a teammate and a part of this team, it's our job to show up each day and bring your best.
All right, so he's probably so tired of talking about this because I've seen him being asked by many, many different people about this very same thing. So he's probably really tired of talking about it. However, Chris, my question is this. How much would something like this affect your day-to-day?
He's better at it than I would be, but the first round you'd be terrible at. First couple of times around. Mason Miller, though, he got traded last year. He was pretty much rumored, I bet you, the whole time.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, in a lot of ways, I think you have to accept it that it's part of your game. It's not, look, this is one of the really unfair things that a lot of people who don't like how much money these guys make don't think about. And I'm not saying you're not wrong. They make so much money. They're so lucky.
Yes.
And most of them know it.
Yes.
But your job does not tell you where you have to apply your job. I'm talking to the people out here.
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. You're a car salesman. or if you are an electrician, if you are
bank teller,
if you're almost a CEO,
yeah,
your company can't basically tell you where you have to live and do your job. I guess you could get transferred. You know what I mean? There's a few here and there, but for the most part, you choose where you want to do your job.
Yes.
You go to school, you get a degree, you're number one in your class. They don't call from Charleston, South Carolina at the, top law office there and say, you have to work here. You may have the opportunity to work there, but you don't have to.
You don't have to. You're right.
So I think about that around this time of year because these guys have families. They're settled in. I know. Cry me a river. I get what you're saying out there, but it is a factor. You could be in Toronto next week wearing a blue hat, wondering how the hell to get over the border.
Yeah. Just like just in the snap of a fingers. When early on in my professional life, something happened and I was not sure if I was going to keep my job, and it was a 3-day wait, Chris, for me to figure out if I was going to keep my job.
Okay,
and that was agonizing. I can't even imagine having to be on the stage that they are and realize, hey, I might have to move next week to a different place, get used to different coaches, get used to different clubhouses. It's not easy. It's not easy. And again, Chris said it. They are very lucky to be playing the game. Mason Miller said that he doesn't wish away anything.
Most of them know.
But this is tougher. This is tougher than people think it is.
And when you hear your name, think about it.
He doesn't want to leave.
Think about picking up the paper. Nobody picks up the paper. All right.
Mason Miller might pick up the paper.
Yeah. Think of going online tomorrow. Go to I don't know.
MLB.com.
No, you go to businessweek.com. And it says, "Hey you, Joe in El Cajon, looks like you may have to uproot your family next week and move to Texas." Maybe.
That would send a little.
It would be a little interesting, the family that night.
A little chills down your spine, maybe. Like, what do I do? My kids. Now, Mason Miller, I don't believe has any kids. I'm not sure, but I know he's married, so his wife would have to go with him too. There's a lot. There's a lot in that.
All right, and again now it's time for the players will they'll all pay us now for saying nice things about them.
Number 4.
Because we are mouthpieces.
All right, so Yordan Alvarez is having a season to remember, and I saw this the other day. I could not find it again, but hitting with 2 strikes, Chris.
Yeah.
He is incredible. I think he's only swung and missed at like 2 breaking pitches.
Wow.
With 2 strikes. Anyway, his full season stats, he's hitting .323, 34 home runs, 78 RBIs.
Right.
I'm at first. Where does he rank as a hitter in baseball for you? Because they do have hitter rankings on MLB.com. Immediately you think Kyle Schwarber, but you cannot look away from the average that Yordan Alvarez has this year. I think Yordan Alvarez is the best hitter in baseball right now, and it's not even close. Not even close. Chris?
Well, Schwarber wouldn't be my second choice. He's the best, long ball hitter. The best hitter in baseball is clearly Mr. Alvarez at the moment. He's leading in every,
he's Triple Crown
category. Yeah. I saw something about Otto Lopez, who's leading the league in hitting, but he and probably Yordan Alvarez, the only guys in the league hitting over like 250 when they're behind in the count.
Oh, yeah.
Which goes back to the old saying. The best pitch is strike one. When you get ahead in the count, hitters are not as good.
Yeah.
So many pitchers pick around, hello, Griffin Canning, throw it over. But, Alvarez would get my nod. He's got to be. He's crushing everything this year.
Everything.
Yeah.
He's not missing anything.
How much?
Statistics, that's a hard word to say, or name to say. They said that Mason Miller is expecting with his wife. So congratulations.
I'm glad there's somebody knows.
Yeah.
There's always somebody who knows.
Yeah, I have a friend that updates me on certain
there.
things like that because she pays attention.
Number 3.
All right, Notre Dame University, or Notre Dame, we'll just call it. I don't know why I said university, has reached a multi-year deal with SoFi Technologies that will
If you want to get it right, it's University of Notre Dame.
Okay,
by the
thank
way.
you.
You're welcome.
I know there's actually probably someone mad out there that I said that.
Somebody would tell you if I didn't correct you.
That's true. they're going to place the financial service company's brand on their jerseys in football, in every sport starting this season, the university announced today. The 6-year deal is worth between $18 and $20 million per year, according to industry sources, which is believed to be the richest in college athletics history. My question, it's a weird question. Does the popularity of Notre Dame surprise you?
Ooh. That's not the worst question I ever heard.
I didn't know how to phrase it.
I like it because, sorry, Domers, Notre Dame is...
What did you just call it? Oh, Golden Dome.
The Domer thing.
Gotcha.
Because I root for Notre Dame from time to time, and, certain matchups. I'm not a crazy Notre Dame fan, but Notre Dame was the beginning of the end of college sports as we knew it. And if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but Notre Dame gets the blame. They stepped away from it all, and they were the ones that took their own television package. And that's, hey, more power to them. I know it was their right to do it. But when Notre Dame went alone, and then the rest of college football signed their deal, that was the beginning of where it was every man for himself. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you go to every man for himself, okay, but then you have the haves and the have-nots. And now the SEC is going to pretty soon break off. The Big Ten's got its own deals. Notre Dame was the one that started it all. Just understand that. If you don't have to blame them, but just understand where it all began, the genesis of all of this, where it's all about my school, my university making as much money as we can because we are who we are.
So we can blame Notre Dame.
But Notre Dame is who they are, and they got all the money, and they got everything. But guess what? Notre Dame's not going to have a game against Purdue much longer. Purdue's in the Big Ten, but you know what I mean, against all these other schools, because these other schools are not going to even be able to compete or field the same kind of teams anymore. So you got your money, you got your, arrogant thing at the top of the food chain, but you may be up there alone. And, I know last year, it didn't work out because they didn't make the playoff and the whole thing and the independent and all the way. But you know what? The next time it'll work in their favor. Notre Dame gets a ton. I'm surprised they are. I don't get it. I got it more back in the day, man. Notre Dame won everything, and they were kind of the representative of the Midwest.
Yeah.
That was the whole Midwest,
Yeah.
Now there's so many other things out there. I don't understand how the Notre Dame brand has remained as big as it has. So I will agree with that.
Thank you. I don't get it either. We have a neighbor that has a Notre Dame flag because their kids went to Notre Dame.
Okay, fair.
That's fair. I get that.
Fair.
But to make them the richest team or the uniform logo, they're going to make the most money by putting a logo on their uniform.
But every game's on in prime time on their own network. You want your logo on there.
All right. You've sold me.
Notre Dame started this whole thing. And guess what they really did it for?
Themselves.
You're going to say, well, because they're Notre Dame, we should get the best, only the best for the best. I'm going to say one word. Greed.
Oh, yeah.
You needed as much money as possible for you at Notre Dame. Well, you got it, but now guess where that greed has taken us in college sports?
Yeah, thanks, Notre Dame.
Thanks, Notre Dame.
You know what?
It's all your fault.
Rudy was a time when everything was nice and good.
That's right. Joe Montana played in my day.
Yeah, back in his day.
Joe Montana walked to school with his hole in his shoes uphill in the snow.
I can tell you right now, I would never stop on a Notre Dame football game. It doesn't interest me. I get it. I'm not a Notre Dame alum. I didn't grow up in the Midwest or anything like that, but they have so many fans. And someone on the chat made a good point. I mean, it helps when you have a bunch of people that practice Catholicism, because now you have a team, and it's Notre Dame.
Very good point by you on the chat. I agree.
We have a couple more. I don't know if we're even going to do them.
Give me a Reader's Digest?
The Reader's Digest, the Big Ten thinks that they're the actual big conference in college football
yeah, right.
now.
They're better than the SEC.
Because they have won a lot more lately. The coach of Illinois said this about the SEC, quote, they want to live in 2005 forever, which I really appreciated.
Illinois, who's the head coach of Illinois football?
Brett Bielema.
Oh, Bielema, yeah. Well, he was at Arkansas, so he has a little bit of probably a nasty remembrance of the SEC because they probably sent him packing when he didn't win down there.
Question, Big Ten, #1 college conference in football?
No, Notre Dame's #1.
Oh, sorry. The
I
Independent.
just said, yeah, right.
I will say that the Big Ten has supplanted the SEC just because they keep getting to the championship game. They keep winning the championship. So
I think the Big Ten has maybe the tip-top, Ohio State, Michigan, Indiana last year, okay. But you can't tell me that, Rutgers and, Maryland and some of these crap holes down at the bottom.
Crap holes?
Could beat Auburn. You know what I mean? The depth of the SEC still is top, I think.
Madden 99 Club, real quick.
Who's in it? DeAndre Hopkins still in?
He's definitely not in.
Come on!
Miles Garrett is a 99er. Josh Allen is. Trey McBride is. Jackson Smith and Jigba is. Matthew Stafford is. And Jamar Chase is a 99er for Madden.
Did you say Miles Garrett?
I did.
He's a 129er.
No, when they have...
That's his average speed.
I was going to say, when they have his rating and they have speeding, it's 100.
How does he have a license, Miles Garrett? He does, I bet you.
I can't answer that question for you.
They'll probably take Kyle Shanahan's away, but not Miles Garrett's.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Poor Kyle.
Kyle said he was going 20, which I don't know that I believe, but
that was a good. Yeah, let's be honest. Nobody goes 20. You almost can't go 20.
He was driving a Tesla, which will record how fast you were going when you got into a crash.
So maybe
we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Anyway, we will be back shortly with more Gwynn and Chris. We'll get you set for this game tonight against the Rockies.
Happy hour.
From the first pitch of the year to the big.
And before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule is,
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
I will take
and
one.
The winner,
spoonful of
Scrady,
this.
has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they both are winners if they pass
Hold on,
this.
for
I
the
hate
winners.
to say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now, this is the one that he has right now.
The 38?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, here we go.
All right.
Adam's ready. There, away he goes. He does have a full spoonful for those listening.
I'm literally sweating watching him do this right now. That's a full spoon.
All right.
That is a full spoon.
Down the hatch we go.
All right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not. He did not trickle that down the throat. He just
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
when does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby. Scraby, did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
We're going to see it. I'm going to watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. I am, are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
He's all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what
there.
the competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
too?
Yeah, go for
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon, no double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where I don't.
I
think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right,
Big
he
boss
is
Michael
handling
Bowles
this.
in the YouTube chat, by the way.
What you waiting on? You let it drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see. I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed up.
But this
I must tell you, Tony, that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
cashed
You said
his
I wouldn't
check.
be able to cash
I
it.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I
Scraby?
gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that tie,
The tie thing,
was
yeah, 'cause
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The time
Scrape.
was just as bad.
You're turning a little red.
By the way, this is delicious.
Oh my God!
he's going
another
more
one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow,
Delicious.
you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh,
it's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking trash now.
Well, he
haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now I'm going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
to hold
doing
another
this to
spoon.
yourself?
No, because I don't want.
You want Adam to say he
By
has
the way,
wing sauce,
yeah,
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Woo, boy, Scrape, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrape, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam isn't even moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's
Klug.
ridiculous because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Maybe
son
not
of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scrapey may need
Scrapey's
to
going to
go
bed.
get
Yeah,
assistance.
Want the milk, dude? It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scrapey's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
Yeah,
know
said
you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
problem.
He did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Scraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one a jar of the ghost.
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa
as you want at all
and
times.
the
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's Roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah.
It's one of the
there.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
the X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread.
I went back to the golf again today, Scraby, and I had some fun laughing at the list you and I made last week, which was the 5 things about golf we hate more than any other.
Yep.
Played out at, where did I play today? Way out there in Sequan. And, yeah, some good stuff, some bad stuff. But definitely topped the ball off the tee once. I think only once, though. So I was hitting the ball square most of the day. But that was an annoyance. Chili dip. Had a chili dip or two. Definitely had one. I can't remember how far I was out. Maybe 150, which is a pretty good poke for me.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Fairway.
Yeah.
Iron. Right at the flag. Hit it so good. Felt really good until it disappeared over the green. That was one of our ones, right?
Did you find it?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it was
okay.
like 10 feet past, you know.
But no, that's
it
annoying.
looked like it was going to be
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, you're watching
Instead,
it
I had a chip.
magnificently.
I had a chip coming back.
I gotcha.
I had one that you don't like, or now my friend Golovko always has these. Drive right into the middle of the fairway, can't find the ball.
Oh, yeah.
We had that 2 or 3 times today. So by the way, if you're in the 8th fairway at Sequan this afternoon and you see a ball sitting right in the middle, that's my drive from that hole. It's waiting for me to find it, then I never found it.
I thought about so many more over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That
There's so many
and
to
one
have.
of them,
yeah.
And I don't do this often, but it definitely happens when I shank a ball. Meaning I hit it so bad that it goes 90 degrees to the right. Like it doesn't even touch the club face. They call that a shank. And they say the joke is the hardest shot in golf is the one after you just hit a shank.
Now a
because
shank
it's in
is
your head.
That's when you swing and it. I'm sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah,
but
it's-
it
you
goes
swing-
off the end of your club straight to the right.
Yeah, like 90 degrees
hate
to the
that.
right. And it usually happens to me when I'm chipping for some reason.
Pretty embarrassing when it happens.
Oh, so embarrassing.
But all it is right. You pull off the thing before you. Yeah, I know. But all of the things that you and I said we hated about golf, I experienced today. So
yeah,
thanks to had some fun out there. But we're back, and we got Padres and we got Rocks tonight, and the Padres are trying. They're a game and a half is all out of a playoff spot. Incredible, like 3. Take us back to Friday afternoon. You and I were like,
"This is depression.
It's over."
Yeah. And I
even
still
if
can't
they
believe
win
it.
3, it's over. And we said that they're not going to win 3. Well, they did. And everyone else lost, like everyone. And then yesterday, while they were off, everyone lost again.
Yep.
And now they're a game and a half off a playoff spot. They've actually caught the Cardinals in the standings, and they've passed the Marlins. So remember they had to catch 5 teams? Well, now they only have to catch 3. It's, it's seeming more doable.
I went through the schedule. Kevin Acey laid it out pretty well in his newsletter, but he was saying there's 7 games still against the Diamondbacks. That's really good, obviously, because you're battling your own division opponent and wild card opponent. The Pirates and the Nationals are playing right now. They've got some matchups. The Cardinals, I believe, and the Nationals play later.
Oh, sure. All these teams are going to play each other.
The Padres have enough games ahead. The only teams that they can't take over would be the Phillies, Braves, the Phillies, Cubs, and then there's one more. I can't remember.
Phillies, look, Tony brought this. I think the Cubs are. I said the Cubs and the Phillies were clear, but it's really true that the Cubs are clear. The Cubs are 7 games ahead of the wild card, so they'd have to really collapse.
Yes,
which they can do. Remember, they lost 10 in a row earlier this year, so crazy things have happened.
A few years ago, the Cubs were in the playoffs, and they lost their way out of the playoffs.
God, could the Cubs lose 10 in a row again? And while they're losing 10 in a row, could Pete Crow Armstrong go 0 for 60?
I knew you were going to say that.
Every time I see that guy on TV, I just get angry. Am I the only one out there?
He annoys me, but if he was on our team,
but
I don't think I would
are we the
care.
only ones?
No, no.
Like when he gets a hit and he thrusts his pelvis at you, do you really need that?
No, I definitely don't.
He's so in love with himself. It just is. Does he know that we all hate it? I think he does, and I think he thrives on it.
No, I think that the Cubs fans love it, and so that's what he does it for. He doesn't care if anybody hates him. There is a part of him, I think, that loves the criticism.
Doesn't everybody? I don't know, but doesn't everybody want to be universally loved? Maybe not.
No,
so
I don't think. There's plenty of people I can name right now that don't want to be universally loved.
They boo Manny in every ballpark. Because why? He slid hard into that Baltimore Orioles guy, Boston Red Sox guy, Dustin Pedroia. And because he stepped on the foot of
Jesus Aguilar,
the Brewer guy, Aguilar. What else did Manny do? He threw a ball at Dave Roberts, supposedly. We should all be happy about that.
Yeah, the sinister sling. Dave Roberts has never been so afraid in his life.
But Pete Crow Armstrong, should he be or is he booed everywhere? I don't know.
I'm not sure either. That's a good question. And I think they boo Manny because he's so good. I think there's a lot of uninformed people that just start booing because everybody else is booing. But I don't get the Manny one. Every park he goes to, he gets booed.
I know. Pretty loudly. Cubs are 14 games over 500, so I feel like they're a wild card. Phillies are 7 games over, but they're only 2 games better than Arizona, Pittsburgh, so the Phillies are not in the clear.
But the Phillies could take over the East spot, and if the Braves come back to the wild card spot, the Padres have the tiebreaker over the Braves.
Now you're dreaming. Yeah. Except for the Padres are currently 9 games back of the Braves. They're not going to finish tied with the Braves. That's a dream. Right now, the best deal is that you're a game and a half out of the final spot, which is held by Arizona, and it is held by Pittsburgh, and they're playing each other tonight.
Yes.
So the Padres will gain on somebody if they beat the Rocks.
Just win, baby.
The Rocks have the worst record in baseball again, despite the fact that they seem like they're a lot better.
Because they were so bad the last couple of years.
Yeah, they have the worst record. Well, they and the Angels, they're tied. Same record as the Angels. But Hunter Goodman, 31 home runs. Cole Carrick is dangerous. We've seen.
Don't you think when
they've got guys?
You think about the Angels and you think about the Rockies. I don't even consider the Angels in the same category as the Rockies, meaning that the Rockies are much better than the Angels.
You think they're better than the Angels?
I mean, the Angels are a mess. Last night, they.
But where are the Rockies going? Come on. I know we had Drew Goodman on, and we're trying to be nice. I mean, Kyle Freeland, how much longer?
I don't know.
2-10 with a 7.34.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Like, how many more years can you let him do that?
You can't anymore. If you want to win, like,
I mean,
meaningful games.
This isn't the first year he's done that. He's done this like almost every year since his rookie or second season. Michael Lorenzen is pitching tonight, 3-9, 6.53. His whip is 1.8. That's so bad.
That is really bad.
That's for a starting pitcher.
I can't even think about that. I mean, 1.8 means he's almost.
Do you know the
Rockies putting on 2 guys an inning?
Do you know the Rockies closer is right now? You may not even know this if you haven't really been following closely.
Is it Vodnik?
It is not. See if you can guess who the Rockies closer is. If I tell you what team he began this season with.
Oh, I know who it is.
Okay.
Jordan Romano.
Jordan Romano started the season with the Angels, had a 10.13 ERA. Last year, he was with the Phillies. He had a 8.23 ERA. That's the Rockies closer. Yet, since he joined the Rockies,
of course,
6 games, 4 saves, 1.3 ERA. How does that happen?
I don't know.
You talk about somebody that didn't get anyone out for 2 years, and now he's with Colorado, the worst hitting place to pitch ever, and all of a sudden Jordan Romano has become unhittable
until tonight.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, baseball is so weird.
It is weird. We don't want to actually see Jordan Romano. That means the Padres are losing.
Yeah. All right, we're going to hear from, in the next segment, we're going to hear from Craig Stammen, who was asked, I think a question that we're thinking, but what is it like this week for his team, and how does he negotiate the fact that he's got players whose names he's writing into the lineup who either could be traded or are rumored to be or won't be traded? Or, how do you handle that?
He also might know a little bit more than he can actually tell the players, so maybe he's writing in and he's like, I don't even know if we're going to have this guy tomorrow.
Ty France.
Yeah. He hands in the line, there's just tears on it.
What's the matter, Skip? I can't tell you. You'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll hear from him. Also still ahead, Scraby is he's digging on this one. He's our guy on this. But Scraby's going after Ippei.
No, I'm going after Shohei.
I know you want Shohei. Well, you're going after Ippei, hoping that Shohei comes on the same hook.
Yes.
Well, ESPN is digging into this now. Will Ohtani survive it? Gwynn and Chris continues.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Scrappy, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would
be better. You'd be better off admitting that you wear your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my!
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No,
but I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat down.
gosh.
And all my boss. I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
This was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, they was like,
"Yeah,
that's our guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down."
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw
It's
and how
diabolical.
much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
Ooh, 2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble? Or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
All of them get in trouble for selling information. But
hiring folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going on.
Curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have. Been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh, yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under
I
these
don't think we can
circumstances?
anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it? Well, I mean,
no, Scrape. We didn't. We didn't do it.
Really? Okay. Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information?
That's
unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got in trouble.
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Scrape.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
How long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
In hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to miss.
And then
what did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing? I asked for 20s." And I'm like, "What? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro." Yeah. I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
the original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that, and then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And
How
then at
much
the end
did
of
he
the
get from
day,
you?
$3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got
See,
$3,000.
the thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really.
I'm not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I was actually the bank's
dog. They got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Scrape, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
that was one of the worst moments of my life, but you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
You are.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched her name in the account system. And
Scrapey, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You
would be better. You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
this guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
Oh, how did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my goodness.
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names. No, but I walked in, I got called into the office, and I sat down, and all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes.
It's just okay song. That song also won, that one right there won the Grammy for Best Record of the Year. 2020, I want to say.
People always tell me that the Grammys are rigged.
Rigged? Okay, why? Why do they say
because music studios like pay a lot throughout the year, or maybe not specifically bribes, but there are ways to buy an award.
It's been told. It's been said. Back in the days, been Academy Awards that have been where people have said movie studios bought Academy Awards too.
Oh, you mean there's corruption in our
Yeah,
world?
no kidding. Yeah, everywhere, pretty much. Starts right there in the offices of Kyle Shanahan, branches out from there.
I mean, I can't even believe how many people
Poor
are like,
Kyle.
Scraby, you know what? You need to let your rose-colored 49ers glasses, you need to take those off.
Kyle Shanahan almost died.
Yes, he did.
And, he said it was his fault. He looked down as he was driving to grab his phone. That's how the accident happened. As I said earlier, Scraby, and I don't really think this needs to be, I mean, everyone's talking about this, a big subject. Everyone's coming at it from a different angle and, who's to blame. I personally would like to hear from Adam Schefter. I think as somebody who is that high on the totem pole of an ESPN guy who breaks stories, that's his life. That's what his living is about. For him to have the story and not tell us, I would like to understand that. I don't know that I ever will, but I think we deserve to know why Adam Schefter, who obviously had the story, sat on it along with a lot of other people. But that there is not Kyle Shanahan's fault, and that's where you people are misreading this. Kyle Shanahan's fault is that he dropped his phone, and he should have just pulled over to the side of the road and found it. Instead, he reached down, he looked for it, and he got in an accident, and he's lucky to be alive.
He is.
Now, beyond all that, whoever it was who decided, let's not say anything, this is the off season, no one will know. I don't disagree with that on the surface. But look at what has happened. It finally came out, which you kind of knew this would.
Yeah, it has to.
He eventually would go to practice, right?
Yeah.
He'd eventually have a bunch of black eyes. They'd say, what happened? They'd find out by the records now because they'd look and they'd see that he was in an accident. And then they would say, wow, this happened a month ago. Why isn't anybody? So that should have been figured out ahead of time by the people involved. And by covering it up, Scraby, again, not blaming you or the 49ers or anybody, but when you do cover something up, what happens? Now, everybody, A, makes up their own story. B, they want to find out why.
I'm with you.
So now everybody's like, what did he do? What happened? We got to get the ruling. And then people said, well, we're not going to tell what happened. You're like, why not? So now, yeah, we have him in bed with,
a model. And
we have 14 models in the car, and we have drugs everywhere. And by the time it's, and so that's where all the misinformation
comes. There was open alcohol everywhere. But someone suggested something to me between now and the last time we talked about this, and it makes sense. What if it was because of the privacy of the woman that he hit? Because now, once people know this woman's name, she's 21, I believe, once they know her name, they are going to dig into her life.
Yes, unfortunately.
And it's not her fault that Kyle Shanahan reached for his phone and he crashed into her. So maybe they were trying to, I don't know.
That sounds like a stretch. Here's my thing. Again, face it, when it happens, it's hard. We learn it as a kid. Unfortunately, we do, unless we're George Washington and we admit to cutting down the cherry tree and nobody was really there to see it.
We're the only sports show in San Diego history that's mentioned George Washington twice in a month.
But we learn it as a kid. We break something, right? Our brother's sitting over there. Mom comes up. Who broke this? He did. What happened was we immediately make excuses. Then mom has to dig and find out how it happened. If we could all had that gene that said, you know what, I made a mistake, I broke it. Mom yells at you, and then we move on. I know I'm being simplistic here, but if the 49ers would have or Kyle Shanahan said, man, look at what happened to me. Don't, make the same mistake I did.
Yeah, well,
I know it's simple to say now, but if he would have done that, he'd be like heroic for doing it. And there would be no issue with this whole story. Face it, when it happens, it's hard to do. Nobody ever does.
I know that you're not one of these people, but it just seems like some of these people want him with his right eye hanging out of his head and like a bunch of glass. He has to go do a press conference. Like I was doing, like while he's still injured.
Excuse me, Mr. Shanahan, we can't understand you. There's blood flowing out of your mouth. We can laugh because he's okay.
Mr. Shanahan, your right eye's not looking at me.
Yeah. But this whole thing is a little strange. That's why I want to hear from Schefter. I think, Schefter. I think he has to explain himself. You're the number one story breaker in the NFL. You're the Shams of the NFL. And you're going to tell all of us that we know you knew it. So what was at work to keep you from telling us?
We're going to learn more.
When this is newsworthy information. Sorry, it is.
We're going to learn more in the next couple of weeks. We're going to find out what, hopefully. And again, if the 49ers found out that they wanted to cover up something because they didn't want Kyle Shanahan to be accused of something, I will be very angry at the 49ers.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a great move.
I would be very angry.
But listen to think of the world we live in right now, Scraby. I just want you to understand we're in our little box of sports world. Understand that there's a senator, long time, U.S. senator, been a senator for as long as I can remember. Powerhouse senator.
Is he dead?
People think he is, but we don't know.
Yeah,
because all that's happened is, I'm talking about Mitch McConnell. He's put pictures out of himself at the hospital, and people are like, that's bogus. Because no one's heard him speak or talk or do anything in 2 months or whatever it is. So we don't know what to ever believe anymore.
We don't. I also think, and I know you weren't making this comparison to make the comparison, but I think sports and politics are way different in that way. We don't need to know certain things in sports.
I know.
But when you're representing people,
yes,
your constituents need to know whether or not you're alive.
His job is to go out and represent people if he's alive. It's comical almost.
It is kind of comical.
This poor, I don't know if he's sick. I don't know anything. I don't know the answer.
There's a lot of.
But the fact is, should there be a question? Do you know what I mean? Like, shouldn't we just know for a fact that he's, alive and well and going to be back at work next week?
I do think
he's going to retire, or shouldn't we know something?
We said it before, like the players in the public lifestyle and the coaches, that's fair game almost. But it's definitely fair game when you're talking about someone who is leading our government.
Right.
Anyway, we went off on a little bit of a
poor
tangent.
Mitch. I look at these poor pictures of the guy. He's holding the hand of some nurse somewhere, and they put it out, and everybody's like, that's AI. He's not. He's dead. Well, I'm like, geez, that's pretty harsh.
I did.
No, not me. I'm saying that's what's going on out there.
Have you seen the pictures?
Yes.
He looks younger than he last looked.
You're saying that can't really be him?
People have done breakdowns of the photo. He wore this shirt in this photo on this day.
I'm not saying anything's right or wrong. I don't know. But that's how screwy things are now. I'm not sure I know any. I'm not really sure if I'm actually sitting here right now, Scraby. To be honest with you, it's getting very confusing.
We never know. Do we want to go with Ipe or do we want to go with Craig Stammen?
You know what? Stammen's was boring. Sorry, Craig. Let's go Ipe. I listened to it. It's kind of nothing.
And Sam is going to play this very shortly, and it's very entertaining.
Sammy will play it.
You should watch it.
Yeah, see, you'll hear it. Sammy will play it. So let's go to Ipe. Tell me what's going on with Ipe and Ohtani, because I think Ohtani should go to jail right now.
Me too. It's a 30 for 30 podcast, and so
it's not a TV show.
It's not.
Okay.
And they released the first 2 episodes. I'm going to listen to every single one of these episodes, take notes, all of the above.
Yes, you are. You're going to be all over.
Here is the teaser video that they released.
Okay, so they sent a Wait, can I watch this on stream?
Oh no, it's not actually like a video. It's just it's a video with audio. It's an audio video.
This is do you need to set this up at all?
Yeah. So the Tisha Thompson is the person interviewing Ipe, and
All right,
she's
so
going through.
Ipe's in jail now, right?
Yes, and so she's on the
interviewing
phone
him
with
in jail.
I believe so.
Okay.
They're talking about how did he get access to Shohei Ohtani's accounts. Now I'm going to pick this up in the middle because it's a long clip, but here is what most people are talking about.
Okay, so when you say you did it on his behalf, explain to me how that works.
He was with me. I was with him on this laptop or computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he could log in online banking and send the wire.
Ipe says Shohei knew about the wires. He says that they sent them together. My adrenaline is pumping. If that's true, he's just put Shohei's fingerprints on the transaction. It wasn't just that the money was coming from Shohei's account. Ipe says Shohei was involved. By telling me this, by admitting this, he's directly implicating Shohei in sending millions to an illegal bookmaking operation that's under investigation for money laundering. I'm wondering, does Ipe realize what he just said?
I don't think so. But
that's just promo material. We don't get to hear the answer.
No, that's going to be in the episodes. It's going to be in the episodes.
How much I got to pay to hear the answer?
No, it's free. It's free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this is
when does that come out?
Well, the first 2 episodes came out today, and I think they're releasing them as the week goes on.
Well, look,
but Ipe just implicated him. Just implicated Shohei Ohtani, everybody called me crazy.
He said straight up. Ipe said
he
Shohei,
did it with me.
Yes, I know what he said, Scraby.
Sorry.
Calm down.
I know.
The problem is you're taking the word of a convicted criminal now who has every reason to implicate Shohei to, get the spotlight off of himself.
I know you're right.
So those are the problems that you have. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm saying that he's a little hard to, trust.
I understand what you're saying. I do. And of course, when I heard this, I was like, this is fitting my narrative more perfect than any narrative has ever fit my narrative. I don't know if this is true or not.
I tried to just sweep it away because they wanted us to.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that one of the greatest athletes in the thing, but now that he plays for the Dodgers and he kicks our butt all the time, I can't say I'm that against your thinking, which is to get to the bottom of this, man. Did this Ipe guy really steal $60 million right out?
17
16 or 17. Did he really steal $17 million right out from under Shohei's nose without Shohei having any idea? Ask yourself, does that make sense to you? Maybe if you're a Dodger fan, you say, I can explain that. Well, okay, great. But I bet you a lot of people are going to come back and say, nah, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it doesn't add up over there.
It's a lot of money. Now, some of these athletes do kind of put all their money in the hands of a business person or this, that, and the other, and they get taken. It does happen.
In another part of those clips.
But this is different because this is a guy using the money you have to make gambling bets, so the money would be disappearing from your account, right? It's not like somebody... isn't it a little different than a business manager misusing your funds if somebody's stealing it to gamble?
Well,
I don't know.
Ipe in the earlier part of the clip says that he did not have the password. So Shohei had to sign in to his accounts to do this. So he
Ipe said he couldn't do it.
If he indeed knew that he was sending money, like Ipe goes, hey, can you just send $200,000 to these guys over here? Like if I'm Ohtani, well, what are we doing that for? Why are we sending $200,000 to some random person?
I had to get some yogurt for the house the other night.
Oh, okay, here you go.
we were out of sushi. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if he's lying or not. I can understand why.
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. And Ohtani does. Here's the other thing. I was more of an Ohtani fan until we started hearing you and I might even say who was telling us all this stuff, but there's a lot of people now starting to, and I don't think it's coming out yet because the Dodgers win all the time and it's all la, 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 la. But the Dodgers ever start to lose, don't be surprised if you start hearing a little bit about, Ohtani's a pretty, well, not exactly the teammate of the century in the sense that he doesn't, from what I hear or we hear, doesn't talk really to anyone. Yeah, just does his own thing.
I started the music late.
Sammy Levitt's got it next. We're back after the game tomorrow. Bye-bye.